welcome to AristoCrits, the weekly series in a world where adventure awaits any worthy hero. But these are not those heroes. These guys are going to be doing the jobs that nobody else would touch with a 10-foot poleaxe. These are our guests today, Marissa Strickland, Josh Brekhus, and Alex Fernie. In studio, golf clap for everyone. I'm your DM, Clay Larsen. You guys can play along at jash.com/play if you're watching on our Twitch channel. You can keep watching the stream there and vote on things like how they're doing, what kind of loot they get, who gets what, all that sort of thing. Let's throw it over to you guys and tell us about your characters.
My character's name is Muntz, and he's a half orc and also a bard. And his particular flavor of bard is he's a mime. So he's very into Marcel Marceau, all that kind of business.
Marcel Marceau, the famous half orc.
Yeah. Yes. And his stage name is Fancy, but spelled like fantasy, but fancy. It's kind of spelled like fantasy.
It's kind of spelled like it's like fancy, like pants.
Like you dropped the A.
Yeah,
from
like
fantasy.
you dropped the A, the second A from fantasy, or you added a T and a S instead of a C for fancy.
Riveting. Josh?
My guy is Lord Colonel Tiny Legs, U.S. Army
Returning.
Returning. I think I was a winner last time. He's a dwarf fighter.
You think?
He's been... I think I won. I was a fan favorite, I believe. He was honorably discharged from all major wars that he's been in, and he's here in this realm to do what he does best, which is throw up that armor and hit those melees.
Throw it up.
That sounded like someone who was like...
Never played.
Never, not even sure what D&D is, but has heard a couple phrases and was like, I think I can incorporate those.
Or he's reading this and he's like, okay, axe, a dragon.
Anyways, you'll get to throw out those melees, sure.
I'm playing a tiefling sorcerer named Ambrose Benoit. He wears a top hat, and he's a sorcerer from the Bayou.
Creole? He's Creole?
Yeah.
Just
Until
curious.
I get sick of it.
Just curious, did you take, because I think I sent you the sorcerer test from last week. What did you get?
I got a 1100, so
Not bad.
pretty good state school.
Yeah, pretty good
okay.
state school. That test, if you had watched last week, we made a sorceress aptitude test, and a lot of people didn't do well. I made that test harder than I thought. Great. So that's it, guys. We're going to get started. You find yourself, let me just arrange a few things. You guys find yourself in the waiting room of Tavlin's Temporium LLC in the city of Calmstone, a adventurer's temp agency, where you guys are currently waiting for work. It's around 9 a.m., beginning of the workday. You guys are in a waiting room area. It's kind of like white walls, cheap plaid covered armchairs and stuff. It's a little depressing, but not oppressively so. There's motivational posters on the wall. One of them is a minotaur smiling in a mirror and says, "The only half man you need to be better than today is the half man you were yesterday." And there's some cheap coffee on one table in the corner and a receptionist desk in front with the receptionist, Betsy, who's working on some paperwork there, next to a sign that just says, "I am 37.
Hey, Betsy, is it your birthday?
What?
I don't know. I just thought it might be your birthday.
My birthday was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, a happy birthday.
Thank you.
Why does it smell like chalk?
Chalk? Well, we've got a chalkboard in the back. Tavlin puts all his plans for upcoming jobs on there.
Okay.
It might be why it smells like chalk.
Great.
Anything else?
Do you need me to intimidate her?
I don't think we need
We're
to.
not there yet? Okay.
I know. I don't. I think we're sussing it out. We're saying, Betsy, we need jobs.
Yeah, we need jobs.
That's why you're waiting here. He'll be out any moment to give you a job.
I'm sitting on the floor, and I've reached into my top hat, and I'm just throwing frog bones on the ground like they're dice, and then just looking at them and gathering them up, and I'm just sitting playing with frog bones by myself.
Okay. Great.
And every now and then going, ho.
Awesome. Are you trying to do anything with?
Nope.
Are you okay? Great.
Betsy, are you you a patron of the arts?
I go see some plays sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Do you ever see any outdoor plays?
outdoor plays. Once in a while, I try to go to the typical indoor ones when I can.
Oh, well, outdoor plays are better. I feel like that's where a true artist lives, is busking in the streets, asking for dollars and little coins.
You're talking about street performers, not actual theater.
Theater of the street, yes.
Nobody calls it theater of the street.
Okay, so I take a little bit of the stale coffee, and then I notice my surroundings, and it's white, and it reminds me of an army recruiting office, and I have flashbacks, vivid flashbacks. Okay. And I start taking up frog bones, and I start trying to eat them. Oh God!
Don't give me
what is
those.
this?
Give me them. Give me the frog bones.
What is this frog bone?
But he's much stronger than me.
Ooh, what an artistic experience!
You're trying to take his frog bones?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm in a mid flashback right now.
Are you gonna try and stop him from taking?
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
frog
try and
bones?
stop him from taking my frog bones.
Okay. Let's say that'll be an opposed dexterity check. So you're gonna both roll dexterity, just because it's not really an attack.
Mine's bad.
5.
Okay, well mine was a 4.
Both you add your dexterity.
So 6.
6.
Do it again. So right now, just so you know, you guys are like fumbling, and it's so fumbly that you had to like try again.
Right, that one I only got 5.
10.
Okay, so you're able to take his frog bones.
This calms me down. Because
calms you down?
I'm used to winning. I'm used to conquering. That's what makes
Okay.
him happy.
So
Okay, God. Yes, thank God. And then he sits down.
okay.
And I go into the corner, and I'm sort of watching him, and I cast Minor Illusion for a dead dwarf soldier in the corner. So that when he looks over, he sees a dead dwarf soldier.
Okay. Great.
Oh, Terrence. I throw frog bones.
Roll a wisdom check. Is minor illusion to see
It's,
through it? Is it versus your spell save?
Maybe. Yeah, hold on.
I've got it here somewhere.
Illusion. There it is. If you use an action to examine it, the creature can determine its illusion with a successful investigation check against the spell save.
Okay.
I rolled 18.
Oh yeah. So you're able, as soon as you throw those frog bones, and they go through it, you realize it's an illusion.
But I run over and scoop up the frog bones.
What a little caper! I feel like we just made a minor Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, well, I was gonna use my mage hand to slap him back into normal life.
Sure.
My mage
I
hand.
think he's okay now, but
What?
I might need it.
Cool. So.
And then I also do it with my mage hand.
And then my guy goes back to just complaining about the coffee.
yeah, 2 glowing blue. Blue are your mage hand?
Mine's white like Mickey Mouse glove.
And mine's a giant frog's hand.
Okay. They're glowing though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Glowing.
Those 2 things slap you.
Oh, Mickey Mouse, frog. This coffee's gross. And then he's fine now.
Okay.
Right?
So as this is all going on, the doorway to the inner offices is open, and Tavlin apparently has been there and has just been watching this happen. He's like, are you all done?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Well-
I just got into it. I tip my hat and go, Ambrose Benoit at your service.
Hello, Ambrose. And now, greetings, adventurers! Our adventure awaits you this fine day, and boy, do I have an adventure for you. Yes, I do. An interesting adventure for you today. It seems a brave man named Silvus Valea requests your help in banishing evil spirits from a cursed mansion. Truly, he could not have requested a more qualified group of individuals than the 3 of you. So go forth, adventurers, and may your exploits be woven into bards' tales over ale and song.
And interpretive movement.
And interpretive movement.
This sounds good to me. I never been in a mansion. I only been in my shack that's up on stilts out in the swamp so the gators can't get on up. This sounds real nice for me.
You don't, just so you know, the payment is not the mansion itself.
You give me 5 minutes in the mansion, I'm going, well, that's payment I need.
Well, wonderful.
I once was in a mansion in Iraq, another realm, and we stole a lot of gold. And a screenwriter wrote a movie about it. It's called Three Kings. What's it called? Three Kings?
There's
Three
a
Kings.
movie called that.
Yeah. But I'm here now, and I'm ready to whip ass and find mansions.
I don't know what any of that means.
I'm also complicit in this adventure, but I will say you can create a mansion anywhere if you see it in front of you.
Not in a swamp. When you do in a swamp, you're gonna sink right in.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, if you do it
swamps.
in the street, you're going to get hit by a carriage.
Or make a few little coins, some gold and some silver.
All right, fair enough. So he gives you a little sheet that has like an address on it to assumably where this mansion is. Do you want to ask him any other questions?
I do want to give you one now, more than looking at all three of us right now as I am. We are very stupid people. I can tell right now. We are three very dumb people. So if there's anything we need to understand beyond the most basic of like dog logic, we ain't the ones to do it for you.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you for being honest and forthright with that, Ambrose. I'll tell you this, just remember, you're going to meet, and he starts talking really slow, like people do to people from
And I
foreign
pulled out a
countries.
pad. I am enthusiastically writing this down.
You're meeting a man named Silvas Vialia.
Yeah, you're one of us. All right, you're okay.
Silvas Vialia.
Foreign name, it's weird, right?
The place you're going is Hezekiah Manor.
Hezekiah.
Hezekiah Manor. Say it with me. Hezekiah
Manor.
What was that?
Hezekiah manhole. Hezekiah manhole.
Not a manhole.
Hazaza.
That's just my accent.
Hoorah!
All right, well, just follow the address, okay? Any other questions?
Well, now, in the swamp, plenty of people drown, so I know spirits. But what kind of spirits this guy say they got? They got evil spirits?
He says they're evil. He didn't say anything else, just that they're haunting this cursed mansion.
Now, since these are spirits, would you say they're undead?
Well, that's an interesting philosophical question, if a spirit is the same as an undead creature. I subscribe to the theory that they are.
Were they equipped with weapons a la AR-15s, grenade launchers, grenade solo?
Once again, I don't know anything.
Well, let's not
about
talk
what
this
you're
jackass and let's go do something.
Do you have any advice for us before we go? Maybe some words of wisdom or a dance you might want to do?
Second the dance.
Yeah, I'll do this if you want to see it.
If
Interpretive
you want to
movement.
do a dance, just remember, you have to be back by the end of the business day to mark this job complete, so...
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right? Well, bye! So you're ready to leave then?
Yeah, and the address, is there any, like, what do we have the address? What is the address?
The address is 746. I almost said the address I used for something else in a different adventure. 746 Wickabee Lane.
Wickabee. Wickabee Manor.
And go ahead and roll a... I guess we'll say history.
We are very stupid people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right, though. I got 17.
We're all
17?
rolling?
Does
Yeah.
history count as
So you will
Oh,
take
7.
it,
I thought it was a 1.
and you will subtract 1.
6. Oh, man.
4?
All right. Well, oddly enough, the guy from the swamp knows that this address is in a section of Comstone that is residential, but it's like an old residential area.
Oh, this is an old area where we're about to go to. Cobblestones, everything like that.
Would you say old enough to have spirits?
Yeah, well, anyway, I tell you, anything has a spirit. All right,
He-
trees
he
got a
thinks-
spirit.
he thinks
swamp
anything's got a spirit, right?
Everything got a spirit.
Did you say butt has a
A
spirit?
butt has a spirit, absolutely. When I say everything, I don't mean, we are multitudes. So for me, my hat has a spirit, my butt has a spirit, my nose has a spirit. each individual eye has a spirit, and they don't get along. That's why they're looking at each other this cross-eyed way.
Yeah,
You
I
guys
saw that.
walking there as this
Yeah, we're
conversation
walking.
is going on.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys not pointing out my cross eyes.
I'm not,
A lot of people go, "Whoa, what's up with that?" And I go, "Well, you know, they got spirits and they don't get along. They're giving each other the stink eye."
I thought it was a choice.
No, I wish I could choose to do it or undo it. It would make my life easier.
I did that. I see how I have a gray eye and a green eye?
Yeah.
That is one contact.
Which
I have
one?
2 gray eyes, and so I have 1 green eye.
You
Right
just
there.
do that for fun?
I do it for
Artistic
whimsical.
expression?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I don't. Yeah, maybe.
I'd hold on to the gray. I never met no one with 2 gray eyes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mix it up. I go, well, yeah, I'm the gray eye guy. My eyes are made of stone.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised by wolves. I don't think that has anything to do with me having gray eyes. I think that's just something.
Yeah, no,
Well, you're like a
biologically, that
little-
would have no impact on the gray eyes.
You know.
You're like a
So-
little Romulus or Remus?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Romulus, I think.
Okay.
So as you guys are walking, and it takes like 45 minutes to get out to that part of town. It's a little bit on the outskirts, outside of the main city hub. And as you get there, you're walking, and like the spaces between the buildings start widening, and it becomes a little less dense of a metropolis area. And you get there, and after 45 minutes or so, you come to the address. You're met by a rundown 3-story house that is of like an older architectural style. It's like, for example, it's the dark wood seems like it may have been painted or at least smoother at one point, but it's now like really worn and rough. It's dark wood. There's a wagon full of building supplies with a bunch of guys hanging around outside of it, and just people they're in work clothes, tool belts. And they're sawing 2x4s, they're prepping building supplies, but it seems like no one's like going into the house. And as you
I lean over and I go, this is the nicest house I ever seen.
I go, yeah, except for the one in Iraq. And then everyone goes, "Shh, just stop talking about that."
Yeah, stop talking.
Yes, I was talking about that.
No, I hear the voice is in my head. It's a different thing.
I lean over and say, "You guys like live theater?"
Oh,
to the guys who are.
Guys, the workmen.
So you're approaching.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Okay,
Great.
because this was as you were walking up.
Well,
so
I
you're
saw
straight
them.
up walking.
I got excited.
And as she's approaching them, can I just sort of hang back and see, like, if I can get a read on either their mood or their emotional state?
The guys?
Yeah, the guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do an insight check.
Oop, natural 1.
Natural 1?
Yeah.
You think they are all just having a hell of a time.
We got a party going on now. Yeah. I like go up really enthusiastic, like shaking my frog bones.
How many frog bones do you have on your person? By
I've
the way?
got a big bag that hangs from my quarterstaff, and that's my arcane focus. Just a big old bag of frog bones. So I got a ton of them.
So yeah, you're approaching to ask this question, you're dancing up, and they're like all working. So like nobody's like dancing with you. They're all kind of like giving you the eye. So we'll let you ask your
Okay.
question first as you're dancing up.
Hey guys, do you like live theater?
I mean, no, I guess sometimes I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle of something, lady.
What about the performative? What are you in the middle of?
We're prepping for this job.
What are you
Listen, you
prepping?
want to talk to Silvis, all right? Let me grab him for you.
Okay, but what's up with you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's up with him. He's ready to have a good time. Now listen, you get a pot. I'll start a fire. We'll cook up some stew. We can eat that stew, and we can just dance all night. What you guys all say? You're a fun guy. You're a fun guy. You're a fun lady.
I mean, it's 9:45 a.m. How are we get? I mean, that's a long. You're
Stew
saying
time
dance
somewhere.
all night.
Somewhere in this plane, it's stew time.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
19.
19. All right. I mean, I guess like we could take an early lunch. Yeah. All right. Let's get some
Gathering,
stew.
kindling around.
So my guy's like nervous. He's like, I haven't partied in a while, so like, can I just like walk around the party, observing it?
Sure. Yeah. Hold
Am
on
I-
one sec. Okay, no one makes note of you as a creepy guy circling the party.
Good.
So you're able to circle the party without anybody feeling weirded out by it.
Good.
And I like as the stew's being made, I'm like right next to it doing like object work stew, like right next to it, like miming a little stew pot and like throwing in stuff as he throws in stuff.
Do a performance check.
Okay.
So that's going to be your charisma, and you're trained in performance, so you add another 2 on top of that.
Okay. So 2 plus 2 is 17.
I just like
Nailed it.
without seeing that 2 plus 2 is 17. 2 plus 2 is whatever I want it to be. 17.
You weren't kidding about the intelligence thing.
Yeah, report.
So it's 17 though.
17 is
okay.
total.
So you get a couple of little like light claps. Like nobody was really looking for mime today, but
But they should be.
yeah, but like you kind of do like a good enough job of like making your space work real that they're kind of impressed.
Meanwhile, I'm using Mage Hand to pick up all the kindling around. I'm just standing with that frog hands, picking up stuff, putting it down, then I toss over a firebolt to start it up. I was like, oh, here we go.
The guy that you were initially talking to had run off to like where their personal stuff was on the other side of the wagon. He comes back with a pot.
All right, great. And then I'm like, now, okay, we gotta get some water in there. I reach into my hat and I just pull out like 3 carrots and some alligator jerky. And I'm like, we'll cook those up. This is gonna be real.
How big is your hat?
It's pretty big. It's gonna be
huge.
like, it's
Yeah,
unclear
yeah,
how
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
stays in it.
I'm still circling, by the way.
You're still
Just
circling.
like don't know where I am. Like if I want to.
So while this is all happening, and you've kind of like shut down all production of like this contracting crew, it seems. Another guy he's like a half elf with kind of like graying temples and like a really charismatic smile, comes out from like behind the house. Like looks like maybe he was like just checking on something back there. Comes in, he's like walking, he's kind of like dusting his hands off, and he sees you guys and kind of like gives a friendly wave and walks up. And he,
I
guess he
bolt over to him and I go.
you bolt over?
And I
Okay.
go, what the fuck did you just wipe off your hands? Have you heard about me?
Well,
I will grab your nuts.
You heard about him? Go grab your nuts.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
1.
Damn. He kind of, so he's really nice, and he kind of like chuckles at that and goes, I like you, friend. Well, I was just brushing off some dust from some of the wood that I was taking out back there.
Where does that wood lead to?
Where does the wood lead to?
Where's Silva?
Oh, are you looking for Silvis? That's me, friend. You must be the people from Tavlin's Temporium.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming by. All right? And he kind of like, he like brings you in. You're gonna let him do that to the circle with the other people?
Wait, it brings me in?
Because you bolted to him, so he was talking to you,
Yeah.
and now he was walking over to the group.
Yeah, no, stop him before he gets to the group. Hey, man, what's the deal?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what's the deal.
All right. Don't fuck me on this. Don't fuck me on this.
I have
Because
no
these two are not, they're on my team, but they're not on my team, okay? So are you on my team?
I like you,
So
friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
I
on
like
your
you
team.
too, but before we meet these guys and the guy with the hat,
hey,
tell me
I
what-
didn't get your name, by the way.
my
friend.
name is Lord Colonel Tiny Legs, U.S. Army
Oh,
retired.
Colonel. Nice to meet you,
Yeah.
sir.
All right, we're good?
Oh, we're good.
All right, let's go join this weird bone fest.
He's clearly trying to put you at ease, like not in a nefarious way. Like it seems like that's just how he is with
Okay.
everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
so
at ease.
All right. So he brings you in and he's got all of you there now. So he says, "Well, hi. So you're the ghost hunters from Tavlin's Temporium, right?"
That's right. You can call me Ambrose Benoit. I kind of look like the Babadook.
The Babadook.
I look like a Babadook. Yes, I
The
do.
Babadook. I thought you said a Marmaduke.
No, I don't look like a Marmaduke.
Babadook
That dog's
is-
too big. I wouldn't put it on the couch.
Babadook comes from a children's book.
Babadook. So I'm gonna call you Babadook, Colonel.
You know what to call me.
Colonel.
Yep.
And who are you, friend?
And while I'm in my colors, fancy.
Well, you're in your colors.
Yeah, I've got face paint on.
Oh, okay. You put it on when you started doing mine. Fancy. Well, it's nice to meet you three. Thank you so much for coming down. I'm Silvis Valleja, contractor on this here job. We got a real nasty infestation here, but you know how it is with these older homes, right? I mean, you know, someone doesn't live there for a while, they fall into neglect, and then you got all kinds of problems,
You
right?
got gator nest up in there. You can't get that out.
You got rusty pipes, you got a gator nest, shingles are gone to hell, and the dang building only appears once every 100 years on the material plane.
Oh, it sounds like a spooky building.
Yeah. So
Are you telling me? Wait a minute. For how long though? Today's the only day in 100 years this building's gonna be here?
Well, if we don't take care of this ghost curse.
Oh, ghost curse.
Well, I tell you one thing, I know this from living in this swamp. One thing is a curse and a ghost, they're two different things. Okay? A living man can put a curse on a place. A ghost is a different thing.
There's no ghost.
See, this is why we're bringing in specialists for this job. All right? I'm so glad you're here. All right? Because normally I'd be able to handle a little bit of a small-time curse maintenance thing on my own. But I'm actually writing an article on this here renovating job for Home and Dungeon. And I wanted to bring in some specialist contractors to help out with it.
Well, I gotta tell you right away, my concern is I'm gonna go in that house, and suddenly I'm in like another plane for 100 years. Now I got shit to do.
Well, I mean, our intel from the owners of the house, which was Duke Kipshaw, who is ecstatic because he bought this plot, and according to all the legends and rumors, this house should have appeared at midnight today. Sorry, so the midnight previous, 12, a little less than 12 hours ago, and it did. So from that, we're assuming that his intel is correct, that it will disappear if we don't do anything again at the end of today. But,
Can I ask a question before we proceed at all?
okay,
In this upcoming issue of Home and Dungeon, can I get a write-up for my art?
well, what do you work on, homes or dungeons?
I can make anything with my mind.
Are you some kind of psionic builder?
No,
boss is hell.
I imagine things.
much
I'm a
bones in your soup.
mime.
What was
He
that?
just gave me some bone soup and it's spicy as hell. It's like too much cayenne pepper. Hey, I fought with the Duke Kipshaw. Is he related? Is he a senior or a junior?
He is, as far as I know, the only Duke. There's only one Duke Kipshaw.
There's no name?
Huh?
I know two different men, first name Duke.
No, it's not it's his title. Not
Oh,
his
he's a
name.
Duke.
Okay.
He is a Duke.
Well, say that, tiny man. I still don't know about you or anyone or that house.
Well, the house is spooky.
Yeah, the house is a little spooky. That's why we
You
not.
been in the house yet?
Yeah, I checked it out. I looked through the opening foyer area.
What's it like in there? You tell me what you've seen.
Well, there's a lot of dust covers on things. It's a lot of old style furniture and architecture that hasn't been used in a while.
Talking open concept.
Open concept, not quite open concept, but
Victorian-like.
kind of Victorian.
It's got a foyer.
It's got a couple locked doors. Not sure what's behind them,
So
but
you went in past the foyer if you knew some doors were locked,
well, I checked two doors.
Which one?
One of them was locked.
not the front door.
No, I got in. It wasn't the front
I
door.
don't know how you got in.
All right, that's a fair point.
Should we bust through that locked door?
I mean, I think we should probably, take our time. Is there anything else that we should know? Is there anything else of note?
Well, I got a little bit of a dossier on the information of the curse, what it was known about it from the owner of the house, the Duke, and he said that the last known inhabitants were a brother and sister, Roderick and Madeline Hezekiah.
Wait, Hezekiah, that rings the bell.
Well, it's Hezekiah Manor here.
Right.
There's a guy man.
Hey, we didn't say we're the smartest people. We said that rings the bell. Okay.
Brother and sister, huh?
Brother and
Brother and
sister?
sister.
I don't know
creepy.
about that. That's a bonus creepy.
Well, I mean, nothing here says that anything like that was going on.
Well, they know.
Yeah,
They
no
keep
one,
it to themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no one
Yeah.
says,
Listen-
hey, I'm banging my sister.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't say
they
it.
just do it in the attic.
Yeah,
That's,
you do it up in the
You
attic.
definitely do it in the attic if you're going to do
Do it
it.
in the
There
attic.
is an attic in this
Well,
house.
yeah, well, then
is
that's
it
gonna
one
be.
of the locked doors? Because that would make sense.
It's a goddamn fuck house. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Do you have any other questions?
Well, listen, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna see if there's a couple brothers and sisters fucking or whatever. We're gonna take care of that. But I have a very important thing for all you all out here to do. This stew's got to simmer for 6 hours.
Oh my God.
All right. Now you take it off the flame before then. It ain't gonna be any good. All right. It's gonna be bland. It's not gonna be good. It's gonna be just as bland as it is now.
Yeah.
So-
The guy who you were initially talking to, he's kind of, that you did that persuade check on, he's like eagerly listening, like, uh-huh,
Great. 2 hours in.
uh-huh.
I reach in. You're gonna want to dice up this bell pepper. Throw that in.
Can I dice the bell pepper beforehand
No,
to get it ready?
no. Each minute after a vegetable's been cut, nutrients are seeping out.
That's true.
Huh.
You gotta cut it, put it right in there. Then at 4 hours, what you gotta do is you gotta lower the flame all right, to the lowest flame that keeps the simmering going. And you got to catch something that's alive. It can be a bird, it can be a squirrel, whatever. Throw that in alive because you got to be able to taste its fear.
Can I?
And then you let that go for another 2 hours.
Well, if I got to taste his fear, I suppose I can't catch it before that 4-hour mark.
Exactly that. Yeah, you got to catch it right in there. And I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly 4 hours. Just around 4 hours, you got to put a living creature in there.
So, like, start time for looking for the creature. We say 20 minutes before 4?
Yeah, I'd say quarter till.
Quarter till?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd recommend maybe like a mouse or a rodent that you could maybe put some cheese or something on it, so it looks like it's getting the cheese, and then once you put it on a rope, and then once you pull the rope, it goes, oh, I'm going in the stew, and then that's maximize fear captured.
Also, if you can't find one, I'll leave this one here that is an object work mouse that you can use anytime you like.
I probably can't use that.
No one can use the degree or whatever she's got going on right now.
All right, yeah, I can take care of that, sure.
Great.
And Silvus kind of leans over and says, oh, that's Gary. He's an eager young buck. I'm sure he's going to do a great job on this, all right?
Now, Silvus, do you have any, like, magic talismans for us?
Magic talismans?
Yeah, you know what? Never hurts to ask. Hey, them magic talismans.
No, I don't have any.
Well,
I don't have any
can't fault the
priceless
girl for
magic
trying.
items.
I just was curious. Maybe you weren't hurt in that mansion because you had something special. Maybe you want to give it to us.
Nope. Hey, friend, can I ask you, do you
Yes.
have any diamonds?
Yes.
you asked the wrong one of us.
Yeah, she's got everything up in her mind.
Ha, I should have seen that coming.
And I cast minor illusion to put a diamond in it.
Oh, all right. All right.
Let go.
And if it's okay, I don't want to cramp your style or anything, but I was wondering if maybe I could come along with just to, get a bird's eye view of what you guys are doing from my article.
I want to roll a perception check really fast because I don't trust him.
Okay, so that's going to be an insight check?
Insight check, excuse me. 14.
And you're going to add your wisdom.
Oh,
Yeah, you're -1.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
then no, it's 15.
15?
Excuse me.
You're pretty sure that he's just a very nice, charismatic guy.
Okay.
Like, he doesn't seem to be nefarious in any obvious way that you can tell.
Okay.
I'd lean in to Gary before we leave, and I go, hey, don't fuck with his stew. Because if his stew's fucked up, then Ambrose is fucked up. Okay?
What have I done to make you think that I would do that?
Have you ever been in a war?
That's a heavy question.
Yeah, it's a heavy thing to be a part of. I don't trust anyone that has not killed a person. Okay?
Wow.
Have you killed a person?
No.
Then fucking listen. Are we good?
I think so.
That man loves his stew. And next time she pretends that there's diamonds or shit in her hands, it's real, okay?
Well, she was doing that to Silvus, not me. I'm
Yeah,
Gary.
I'll get to him. I'll get to him. I'm a little slow. I'll get to him. All right, we're good, Gary.
Okay. So Gary's kind of like watching the stew. The other guys have kind of, like, you were trying to get this party going, but because your party seemed to involve starting a 6-hour-long stew making process, they've kind of gone back to their other tasks. Do you guys want to do anything else, or you want to head in the front door? Do you want to do anything else around outside?
I just want to breathe in some really fresh air.
You don't have to roll for that.
And I want to look at the house. It's 2 floors in an attic, or
Yeah, it looks like, from what you can see, looks like there's, like, you walk in, there's, like, a small porch, but it's not like a big, like, sit out,
Not wrap
hang
around.
out porch. Yeah, it's like a landing. You walk in, and then there's, like, that floor. Then there's, you know how when, like, a second floor is a little smaller than the first floor, so it's like you can see a little bit of slated roofs. Putting my
you talking about
hands.
pyramid?
No.
Ancient Egyptian pyramid?
The pyramid house.
Smaller.
Technically that's true, but like floor, roof, and then more.
Aztec pyramid? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like an Aztec pyramid.
Like a ziggurat.
Yeah, ziggurat, yeah.
You guys just eventually suss out that I've just been describing a ziggurat the whole time. No, it's like a slightly smaller second floor, but there is a second floor. And then there appears to be almost like in a very Victorian Addams Family style, like where the attic would be. It is much smaller, but kind of like peaked.
It's like that little widow's walk where it like pops out and there's like a little thing at the top where you could walk around.
It doesn't have the walk around thing. Like there is 1 or 2 windows in the attic. at
Oh,
the
it's like
top.
from Honey, I Shrunk Your Kids.
Yeah, it's honey, I shrunk your kids. Fuck you! I shrunk your fucking kids.
Hey, honey,
The laser gun.
asking for a divorce.
Fuck you! You'll never see me again. They're your kids.
The tiny kid.
Try to fucking find
You'll
them.
never see me again. I shrunk myself.
I had that screenplay for purchase. And then it was like,
Can
it's
I
175
Can I try
pages
and
long.
peep in any of the first floor? The first
You
floor
can
windows.
try peeping.
Okay, I peep in one of the first floor windows.
You want to go to like the big front window?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
So you sneak in, and it's like, it's dark inside, but not like unnaturally dark. It's just like there are curtains that are kind of half drawn, so like some sunlight's getting in, but not a ton. And you can see, sort of looks like if you imagine when someone's like painting or doing something in a house, and there's like coverings over all the furniture, everything. There's like white sheets over everything. There seems to be a lot of dust on those sheets.
That's what they do when someone dies. They throw things. They do, and like I feel like that's true.
They just
Don't
They
know.
do
They
it
just
in fried green tomatoes.
They
white
just,
sheets over everything.
Yeah.
really?
Talking about like sit and shiver, putting
Yeah,
it over the mirrors.
I think it's like yeah. I think they put it.
I see.
Yeah, yeah. It's spooky. Can I ask a question? And if we're, I don't know if
Well,
the
real
window's
fast.
done.
Is there anything else you're looking for while you're in there?
No,
Do you
just
want to like
peeping, making sure that there aren't anything
any like
that makes
ghosts
me want to
right
not
there?
go in there.
Can I look around the edge, like, do you know where the house meets the land? Are there any like windows indicating that there's like a basement?
Not in the front. Do you want to go around that
Yeah, I'll
entire
look
house?
around. Yeah.
Okay, so as you walk around,
No, I'll go with her.
okay,
I'm
just
staying,
heard a dog in studio, but there's no dog in studio. Spooky. So as you walk,
My guy's just staring at the attic, like, are those fucking people? Are 2 people fucking up there? Are they his brother and sister? And that's all he's doing.
so you're just staring at the attic.
He's mumbling, like, better not be. But he's thinking, like, I'm gonna go up there.
Sitting with you, and he's standing with you, and he kind of leans over at one point and goes like, "So is this part of your process for ghost hunting, or?"
Yeah, this is part of my process. I
Interesting.
imagine if
interesting.
it's happening.
And he pulls out a little notepad and takes notes.
What are you writing down?
Just notes from an article in Home and Dungeon.
You're gonna quote me?
Well, I'm going to describe what you're doing as part of your process. This is a trade secret.
No, I have no secrets.
So you guys are then walking around the house.
Yeah.
All right. So you walk around and you do see like a small window in one part on one side. So it appears there. It's like down. It's got that thing where it's like a little bit of a gutter into the ground,
Yeah.
so the window can be a little larger. But yeah, it appears to go down to a basement.
Can I try to see if the windows, you know what I mean, if it's dusty or can I see through it?
It is a little dusty, but it's dusty on the inside.
So I can't.
Yeah, you can wipe. You can see a little through. Go ahead and do a perception check.
Okay. 7.
7. You can't make out much. It's between the dust and the darkness down there. You can tell like maybe there's some boxes in a corner or something, but that's about all you can tell.
Do they look like brother and sister fuck boxes?
Describe a brother and sister fuck box to me, and then I'll tell you if it looks like
Where
that.
one box is like inside the other box and you can tell they're related because they look the same.
And it says, "Mom and Dad keep out."
You don't see the words "mom" and "dad" keep out. No, it doesn't look like that.
Okay.
And there are no other doors that we've seen
Other than the front door?
other than the front door.
No. There's other windows, but there's no other doors.
Weird. Most houses have 2 doors.
So I go like, well, we gotta walk in the front door, we'll give respect to the ghost and the curse, or we can try and shimmy in this basement and work our way up. Is the window big enough that a half-orc, a tiefling, and a dwarf can get through?
Probably not.
Yeah,
It's not a huge window. Maybe the halfling could.
Wait, no, we have no halfling, right? Half-orc.
Dwarf.
Dwarf.
Or dwarf. Sorry, I forgot that you almost
go.
were going to
I was almost a halfling.
Actually, a dwarf probably couldn't because he's so broad.
So, all right.
Okay.
It's like probably like 1.5 feet wide.
then maybe we continue around the house because there's still one side we haven't walked around, right? Did we do a big? Or have we seen all three sides?
I found no. You didn't get around to the back. You've gone around
That's on
one
the
corner,
side.
right?
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
You want to go?
Yeah,
keep
All the
going?
way around.
All the way
yeah,
around.
yeah.
In the back, there is like another door, but it almost like a back door, but it looks front because you can see the window on it. It looks like there's boards on the inside, like across it.
Boards on the inside, so it's barricaded inward, like if you were in a zombie attack.
Can I
You can try opening it if you want, or
can I just check it and see if there's anything that I see unusual about the door besides the boards? Just do a. That'd be perception, right?
yeah.
12.
12? No. It's you kind of like shake it a little, and the boards don't seem on really tightly. They seem like they were kind of like nailed up, like, and it seems like maybe it's like nailed to the frame on the inside and to the wood of the door, so that's why. But like you can rattle it a little, but so it's not like super sturdy, but you don't see anything else odd about it. Look like you're gonna say something.
No.
Okay. What else?
I guess we continue around the third side.
Okay. You see another window in the ground to the basement that's like the same size.
I'm gonna go look in it.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll again, or is it just dusty?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay.
You're not gonna be able to tell anything
Okay.
different.
I said we go in the front door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it sounds good.
Also, and to be clear, I just realized I may not have been clear. There have been other windows around the sides too, but
Normal height.
But
windows.
not low down.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, great.
Cool.
so you want to go in the front door?
Yeah, I join them now. I'm done.
Okay. And Silvis comes with you, unless you have you don't want him to for some reason.
We have bonded.
Okay.
We bonded now, so Silva's kind of like his sidekick now. So he's gonna be really sad if he has to leave at any. Like I bonded. Like, hey, Silva, I think you're like a cool dude.
Well, thank you, friend.
Yeah, you're like genuine but fake or weird. I don't know. I like you. Just
Well, that seems like an underhanded compliment.
well,
So right before you go in, let's take a quick break and we'll do a recap. Just if you've joined us, just so you know what you're getting into. These guys have gotten a quest to help banish some ghosts from a haunted house. When they get there, they found out that the request was put in by a contractor on the house who's renovating it. And it turns out this house only appears once every 100 years. So they have one day to get rid of the curse and do any other renovations. They're assuming if the curse is gotten rid of, then it won't disappear again. But that's where we're at right now. We're about to go in the house.
We're making a 6-hour stew.
We're making a 6-hour stew. Started around 10. Ooh, when this adventure's done by 4:30, it's going to be ready. Yeah. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to AristoCrits. I'm here with Marissa Strickland, Josh Brekhus, and Alex Fernie.
Hello.
We're playing some D&D. If you want to play along and you can vote on things they're doing, how they're doing, what kind of stuff they get, you can go to jash.com/play. Keep watching the Twitch.
Play.
What?
he's poking me with a pen.
Oh, he's poking with you, pen?
That's all.
You heal to full health.
Yeah.
Oh bullshit.
You can go to jash.com/play and watch along with the stream there while voting on anything if you want to do that. You can also follow us on our Twitch stream right under the video. You know how to follow things on Twitch if you are watching this. What are we rolling for?
We're just trying to get hot.
Sweet. And it looks like the audience thinks you'll voted and thinks you'll succeed in the quest.
Oh,
There we
thank
go.
you.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
sweet.
I mean, based on the fact that you started a 6-hour stew, like that is projecting confidence.
Yeah.
You are sure that you will come out of this haunted house
Within 6 hours.
within 6 hours to eat that stew. So before we get back into it real fast, I always like just to ask people as we get back in, like, what's your experience with D&D in the past?
I mean, I've only been playing it like for probably about a year, like a little bit over a year, and I've only just finished one campaign that Fernie was actually DMing. And then
Who's a better DM?
Oh, that's it.
Both. I don't know. Depeche Mode. I don't know.
Good answer. That's a good answer.
That's a good answer.
God, that makes me flustered.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, and then my boyfriend started doing a little baby campaign where he's DMing, and it's fun. I don't know. I'm new to it. I feel like I'm constantly needing a little bit of refreshers, but I find it very exciting.
Didn't you tell me this is the first time you've played a character with magical spells?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Otherwise, you were all melee.
Yeah, very melee.
Very melee. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Josh,
It's my second time.
Yep.
I played once before.
on this show.
Yeah. Well, I think the other two people hadn't played, so I don't know if we really did it. I was just intimidating people. I'm too skeptical because every time you're like, "There's a window," I'm like, "What's that?" So I like it, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm like progressing or if we're just like.
I think it's adorable how you are the most self-critical of your role-playing skills of anybody I've met.
Yeah.
You're doing fine. I think it's funny that you're just like, I don't know if I'm getting better at this. That's great. No, you're doing great.
Thank you.
Fernie?
I think I probably started playing like 7 years ago or whenever we started playing.
We started playing together.
With 4th edition. And then I've DM'd a bunch in the past couple of years. Played with Marissa. I'll never play with Josh again. And yeah. That's when I was a player, my main character was named Edelmunder, and he was a dwarven warden who could turn into a tree.
Okay.
And he also had a schnauzer.
Here's a stupid question. Once you DM, you don't go back, probably?
No, you do.
What the
You
saying is.
Changes on
That's
the
what
campaign.
I'm saying. Once you DM, you don't go back.
If you fuck a DM, yeah, you never fuck anybody. No,
If
people
it's an
switch
attic,
back
you
and forth.
don't
all the
tell.
time. The first campaign we actually ever played, it was the two of us and another guy, and we would rotate who was DMing. Like I'd DM for a few sessions, then Fernie would, then Berg would. But yeah. All right, guys, let's get back into it.
Great.
Just for a quick recap, if anybody joined us during the break, they are about to enter the haunted house that they got a temp contract with a contractor who is renovating this house because it only appears once every 100 years, and they need to try and get rid of the curse so they can do all these renovations before it disappears again.
Can I say, are they gentrifying the neighborhood? Are they gentrifying the neighborhood? Is that the goal, or is it just to rehab the house?
That kind of blew my mind of trying to think what gentrifying in a world with all these fantasy species means.
And it
But, like-
disappears for 100 years, too.
But, like, was the neighborhood, like, you know what I mean? Because I don't know if I want to help if it's going to change the character of the neighborhood.
I will say this, it seems closer to like maybe during the 100 years it was gone, like the neighborhood got gentrified against that style of
So we need
architecture.
to-
I guess
And
we
now
have to.
It sort of doesn't match the other
So we have
buildings
to
because they're
gentrify it.
newer.
Okay. God.
You know what?
I feel
politics.
conflicted,
Yeah,
but I
I'm-
will continue.
Thank God, the main goal for this campaign that I wrote of getting people to think about gentrification is really coming through for you guys. Okay, so you guys are at the front. You're at the front door.
Okay. Can I check for, like, any traps at the door?
Yeah?
Is that...
Go ahead and roll a perception.
And that's just with wisdom? Mm-hmm. 6.
6. You can't find anything odd.
What I assume? I said we send the dwarf in because he's the one who can get beat up the most. So if there's some sort of weird trap in there, dwarf better fall into it.
Yeah.
Y'all think this is the first time someone just sent me in blindly? I'll go. I'm lighting a torch, and I'm eating a ration.
Okay.
It's
Don't fill up
the
now.
daytime. It's the daytime
I
and
knew
there's
it's
windows.
dark in there.
There's windows.
You've never been in a foxhole. You don't know.
This isn't a foxhole.
Well, you don't. You've never been
Can I
in
say
darkness.
I have
shut up
been
with
in
your
a
stupid mind
foxhole.
tricks.
I've been
you're
in
in
a
one right now?
foxhole. Yes.
I use thaumaturgy to make his torch like really.
So that happens to you.
Whoa! Fuck yeah!
So you walking in?
Okay, I'm in. Yeah, I'm walking in.
Okay,
I'll
so
be
the
here,
door's not locked. You can just walk in.
but I still kick it. I kick the door.
Okay, great. Sylvis is kind of winces when he does that. Like,
Silvis.
Well, I mean, that's going to be another. We're going to have to look at that because you busted the latch in.
Silvus, I apologize. You're the one person here I would not betray.
Well, you know
my
what?
God.
Honestly, if you look at the grain here, we're probably going to have to replace the whole frame anyways, so it's okay.
What do I have? Okay, good. All right.
All right, so you go in.
It's just saying that.
And the door, yeah, he's like really kind of like checking out that, like see what the damage is as you walk in. So as you go in, the doorway opens up into, it's like a foyer slash living room area, kind of like it's a big open area that bends around a little bit around one corner. And like you, Ambrose had seen from the outside through the window, there's all the furniture, everything that's there is covered in white sheets.
Okay.
There's like some bookshelves, some what appears to be like a couch, armchairs, and a couple that look like they might be wider. You're not really 100% sure from the shape what they are.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, did you say, are there doors or stairs elsewhere?
You said there around the corner there was something, right?
So this main room that you're walking into, there is straight ahead of you. There's a hallway and some stairs that go up.
Right.
Okay.
The hallway extends past the stairs, and
Okay.
then there's stairs.
And then the side
to
rooms
the
over
left, it's not even a side room. It's just you imagine the room's a little L-shaped, and it's like a shallow L. It just curves around a little bit to give it more space on one side, and it curves off to as you're walking in your left. But it's not even so deep that you can't see the rest of it. You can kind of see like maybe one back corner is hidden, but you can pretty much see the whole room.
Okay.
I use my frog hand to, if there's like something that looks like a couch, I want to pull the.
Okay. Yeah. So as you pull the sheet with your frog hand, billows of dust come up. Billows of dust? Dust billows up. And you pull it off, and it's a couch that is like some rich red, like very nice fabric. And it's very like, imagine like claw-footed style, like, I don't know what to call that style of furniture, but like a little macabre, like that.
Vincent Pricey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vincent Pricey is a good way.
And I go, oh, that's a nice place to sit. And I go over and I sit down.
As you sit, like not a ton more dust, but it's like, it's got that something like an old couch that hasn't been sat in a long time where it's like just a little musty smelling.
And I have the frog hand just float in front of me doing that.
Great. So yeah, sorry, I'm just checking what I wrote was in this room. Yeah, there's that, and there's some other things. There's. I'm trying to think of an interesting way to say there's a ton of stuff with sheets over there.
You all think we should take all these sheets off? It's gonna get real
Yeah, why
dusty
not?
in here.
I'll use my Mickey hand to.
Did you do them all at once?
Yeah.
Pulling all the sheets.
Yeah.
Okay. So much dust comes up.
Oh, fucking.
Silvus is coughing. The hands
Not
are-
Silvus, not Silvus. Someone give him some Claritin. Silvus, are you okay? God damn you two.
That was a lot all at once.
It's okay, Silvus.
That was a lot all at once.
I apologize.
So here's what you've seen in order. So there's two chairs on either side of the couch, similar material, similar style. There was one that was on, it was sort of like weighed down with some things on like what appears to be a mantle. So that kind of just revealed a fireplace. One of them was hiding a bookshelf. Actually, two of them were hiding bookshelves on opposite sides of the room. And then one in that kind of recessed area, there was a piano.
I get on the piano bench. I'm assuming there's a bench next to the piano. Yeah. I get on there. I open the piano
As
up.
soon as you open the key case,
I'm not touching the keys though.
as soon as you open it, just a minor D chord starts repeating.
Oh, shit.
Now we got a party.
Here we go. No, Ambrose starts partying.
And then I mime that I'm playing the piano.
I go, guys, this is fucking serious. This is like, I start pulling all the books off the bookshelves to see if one of the doors swings. I'm scared. I'm freaking out.
There's not a lot of books.
That's fine.
Okay, so you're just pulling them
Yeah,
off.
I'm pulling them.
No, nothing happens. So this is just a chord is repeating. one
Yeah.
chord.
Can I investigate the piano and see if it's like a mechanical trick?
Sure.
Ooh, I'm not gonna know. 4.
4?
Yeah.
You are convinced that this piano is a spirit itself.
Okay, at some point in the past, this piano died.
Ambrose.
What?
Well, we talked about trees having spirits
Yeah,
earlier.
everything got
so,
a spirit. Butt got a spirit, and like a piano got a spirit. That's where the music come from.
Can I also do an investigation check and just see if there's anything like any like arcane like spooky magic in it?
Sure, that'll be an arcane check.
Okay.
I don't think you're trained in that.
I don't think so,
20.
but I got a natural 20.
Oh, so when you inspect the piano, it does seem like it's not concentrated, like as if like this piano specifically is magical. It seems like just it's diffuse among everywhere in this room.
Okay.
Like you might be able to assume with a natural 20 that it's this house.
Guys, this house is magic.
We knew that. I thought we knew that.
Yeah, that ain't news to me. I mean,
No,
Get
none of the books. I
ready.
pulled all the books and no magic happened.
Get ready for some funky spirit magic in here, because I'm feeling magic.
wait, I'll tell you what. Here's what I think we should do, because this is a magic house, and we gotta get the magic out.
So you guys haven't closed the.
Nuh-uh.
You think
No,
that
it's just
still just
dong.
Bong. And
Imagine
as
a
I'm
D
talking,
minor
every
chord.
time it hits, I just pause to do that every time. So what we gotta do is I ain't never been in a house with a basement before. I say we go down to that basement first.
Yeah, because I don't want to go in the attic.
Yeah.
'Cause
There's,
if
gonna be fucking in the attic,
Yeah.
but there might be bodies in the
Yeah,
basement.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how we're gonna take care of it.
Top down, up,
Nope.
up,
What you said
bottom
was absolutely the
up,
opposite of what I was
bottom up.
Bottoms up. Mm-hmm.
And then I go to the piano.
Spirit
I go to
bottoms
the piano and I go, I can use that chord, and I start playing Sweet Home Alabama, but just the piano part. Dun, 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 dun.
So that's going on while you're
Yeah.
playing
Dun,
that.
dun, 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 and I go,
And I mime that I'm playing a guitar.
All right, so this is all happening, and so
And
this
I'm
is kind of
shaking
what-
my front.
So this is
We're
watching.
partying.
that.
Yeah, we're gonna figure this out, but we're gonna party while we have it.
Just
Why
so
we
I
do it.
know, is this like part of some like technique to like scare the spirits out?
No,
or-
we don't want to scare, but I tell you what we're gonna do. You want to be, hey, spirits. We're the most fun people in town.
Yeah. Show
You don't wanna fight
yourself.
us. You
Yeah.
don't want to eat us up.
Yeah.
You want to
might-
come party?
We might scare you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
But we're
Well,
not
that's a
trying to
good
scare
thing.
you. That's a good thing.
Let's broaden some horizons.
We're Silas, because I'm feeling like he's not around. Is he-
Silvus is-
Silence?
Silvus?
Silvus just asked you that.
Oh, Silvus did. Okay, all right. I see things, so I have flashbacks.
So what are you guys doing now? Do you want to
So
like
there's a-
look at anything else in the room? The only other stuff in the room.
I look. Are there any photos or any imagery of who was here or some spooky people or something?
There's behind the piano. There's a painting that it doesn't have a sheet over it, but it has kind of like almost like butcher paper covering it.
Ooh, I go over there and go.
What do you do? Very feline butcher paper. So you takes it down, and there's a painting of a man and a woman. And the woman's sitting, and the man has a hand on her
Oh,
shoulder.
gross.
Guys,
Oh,
these are the
they're
people that are fucking.
they're
Now we can
brother
have a
and
mental image.
And they're both very stoic looking. The woman is very like
Their sex
gaunt
sucks.
and kind of like tight-lipped and has a very intense stare.
Yeah,
And the man is like similarly stoic looking. He's not quite as gaunt, but they're both looking like in a portrait, not directly into what would be the, I guess, camera.
painter.
Yeah, the
Right.
painter.
Painter's-
But like slightly off.
Can I check behind it?
Yeah.
So I peek behind it.
You find a wall.
Can we open the frame? Is there anything in the frame, like
Like
behind
cut
the
it.
cardboard, or you know what I mean? How sometimes there's like glass
Cardboard
picture.
behind the.
Well, sometimes there's like a.
Nice painting.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, yeah.
I'll check just to see if there's anything in the frame snuck in anywhere. Or...
So you want to take it off?
Yeah, I want to take it off.
Okay. It's reasonably big. It's like this big.
Yeah, I'm a half orc.
No, that's fine. No, I'm just saying, do you want to like set it somewhere or
Yeah, I'll set it. I mean, I'll just take
right
it
behind
off.
the piano?
Yeah, I'll just move it to where there's more room.
Okay. So you open up, you look at the back, and it's just the back of the canvas of the painting.
Does anybody's name on it or anything?
There seems to be a signature, but it's like so old that it's kind of faded.
Okay.
Can't really make it out.
Okay. I show this to Sylvis and I say, hey, are these that brother and sister?
Well, I just got an information about a legend of who was the last people here. The legend didn't come with a photo or a painting, so
Okay.
I
We'll
mean, it
assume.
could be. It would seem logical if that's the last thing, although maybe it's their parents or something.
And well, that's good. Can I just take a look at the books that Tiny Legs threw on the ground and see, like, is there any rhyme or reason to what sorts of books they are?
Yeah, go ahead and do a investigate check. You see a variety of them.
Investigation 14.
14. So it seems to be a variety of, I don't want to say magic spell books or anything, but like reference,
Books
magical
about
reference.
magic, yeah.
The first one you happen to look at, that's the biggest and most impressive of them, is called Spoonful of Mana, an encyclopedic guide to the magical cutlery of the realms.
Sounds like
And
food.
it's very dry. It's a dry title.
Okay.
The other books are about various magical components, or seems to be like a small library of reference material.
Can I take that big book?
Yeah,
I put that in my pack.
I take the spoonful one.
that's the one he just.
Yeah, here.
Fine, well, I put a hand over my eyes and I blindly pick one of them and I take it with me.
Blindly pick a book. Roll a d10.
Oh. Where's that at? This is 10, right?
This guy.
This is it?
Oh,
This guy?
sorry.
3.
3.
I'll get it, do it.
So you get one that says, so you want to brew a potion.
Yep. I'm happy.
Second edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's that.
Are we going to the basement?
I say we try.
Yeah,
to
let's
find
go
out
to
where
bed.
Yeah.
You said there were stairs and a hallway out there.
There's stairs going up, and then there's a hallway that goes down. And if you're looking down this hallway, seems like it opens up to another room. Can't really tell what kind. And then, if you imagine going down the hallway, to your left is the stairway going up. To the right, there's a door.
We go to that door.
Go to the door.
So aren't basements usually under stairs?
I mean,
Not in this
technically,
house.
yes, I guess.
Okay. Not this house.
What do you want to do? Open the door?
Yeah.
That dwarf opened that door.
Oh yeah, you open the door.
Guys, what the hell?
You're
Is
like
someone gonna come out and stab me?
you're like a little strong guy.
You got armor on.
Well, why don't you just? Okay, fine. I'll open the door.
It is locked.
Well, then you want me to break it down? Yeah, I'm gonna.
You can try with a strength
Oh,
check.
and actually, with one real quick. Where in relation to the boarded up door are we in the house? Can I tell the one I saw earlier?
You are still you're heading towards the back.
Okay.
The boarded up door was in the back.
Okay, so it'd be further down. Okay, great.
Okay.
You could probably assume, just based on the size of that front room and other stuff, that it's probably in that room that you kind of see at the end of the hall.
Well, maybe we want to look in that room that we can see and then
Yeah,
come back and kick
yeah,
in this
let's
door.
do
Are you
that.
sure?
In case
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
a bunch of
Okay.
bugs in there. We don't want them scuttling around.
Yeah.
Ready to? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a little mildly perturbed that I didn't get to kick the door.
You'll get to.
So you go back, and as you get to the end of this hallway, it sort of opens up. Opens up into a kitchen, and you can kind of see because there's no door, but just to the right, there's also a sitting room with a small table and stuff like that. And there's no door, so you can see both of these from the end of the hall. And the kitchen looks like a very let me find my description. It's very plain, and there's not much in there. It's like a reasonably sized kitchen, and there's an island in the middle. But there's not a lot of stuff on the counters and everything. Except on the island, there is a wooden block with just a knife in it.
Wow.
Is it a knife block or is it a solid chunk of wood that someone jammed a knife into?
It's a knife block.
Okay.
Sorry, that was not.
Oh, I was like, yeah, 'cause I was like, that's
I will
crazy.
say- I will say, on first glance, it's a creepy place. On first glance, you might think just because if you see it, knife. But if you're looking at it, it's okay, that's a knife block.
Great.
And then to the right, where the sitting room is, there's a small table, and there's a pile of letters. It looks like letters and paperwork and stuff like that on the table.
Oh, I want to go investigate those.
But otherwise, it's just windows, some simple sitting arrangements, like a painting of a beach on the wall, but it's a fairly unremarkable room.
Well, she's looking at those letters. I just want to be like kind of looking at that knife block.
I was
Not
gonna do the
put it
same
like
thing,
that,
yeah.
I don't
I
want
was
to pull the
gonna say
knife out. I just want to look at it
Okay.
and see if I notice anything unusual about it.
Wait, while he's doing that, I'm gonna go look at that beach painting.
I want to know if there's anything magic about the knife block.
All right, so roll an Arcana check. And then let's, Fancy, you are going to roll an investigate check for the letters.
And is that wisdom again?
That is intelligence.
Intelligence, great.
I think, are you trained in investigation? I don't think so.
No, intimidation is the only one I have.
And Josh, you wanted to look at the painting? It's a very motel art style painting of a beach.
Do I have a knife?
Would you roll?
13.
13. You can detect something magical about it, but it's sort of like if you imagine like trying to the background magic of this place. It's hard to get an idea of like anything specific. You don't think it's a trap, but you're not really getting a solid reading on it from what you can tell. The painting, you asked if you had a knife. You wanted to just cut it open? Okay. Do you have like I think you have a battle axe.
As we walk through this house.
You have a battle axe. I don't think you have a
Joker
knife.
in that
Right.
museum.
Well, I don't have to swing. I just...
Also, Party Man is playing.
Yeah.
You want to just chop it open with your axe? Okay. You do that? You don't have to swing. Are you going to actually swing
Let's
at the
see if
painting?
it's-
Sylvis is your only friend and you're ruining his house.
Is this gonna piss you off? Is this hey, Sylva, is this bad?
Well, I mean, I don't really care what you do to the painting, but you don't have to chop into the wall. 'Cause
Okay.
we're going to have to replaster that.
All right,
and
you know
see,
what?
like,
I'll
there's
just-
some nice.
I'll just look. I'm just gonna contemplate by the photo.
Okay.
Okay.
It's painting.
Whatever.
I
Looks like
rolled
a
a
photo.
2 to investigate these letters.
You are like, you're saying, you don't think you found anything, but also you're going through them like this.
Can I investigate the letters?
Yeah, if you want.
I will.
I poked the block with my staff.
You poke the block or the
block.
knife?
Knife block.
The block kind of like, because it's like the way those knife blocks are a little tall, like it tilts a little and shakes, but like it doesn't fall over or anything.
And I yell over, you don't let me know when you're done looking at them letters because I'm going to knock this knife out of here and I think something's going to happen.
Okay,
But you give me the heads up. I'll tell you. I want you to know I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it till you tell me
Okay.
you're ready.
All right.
great.
No,
You can check out the letters.
I kind of want to see what happens with the knife block.
Well,
thing.
check out the letters
Fine, I'll
first.
check
then
out the
maybe-
do it.
I'll check out
Ain't
the
going
letters.
nowhere.
15.
15? Okay, great. So you are going through, and a lot of it is like almost the equivalent of like greeting cards or like stuff that you don't really care, or like one's a get well card. But 2 of them jump out at you.
Okay.
One of them is like a hand. One of the letters wraps itself around your throat. No, there's.
And then I do it, but with my mime skills.
One of them is like a handwritten letter.
Okay.
And this is what you read it, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
read it, and this is what it says. Dear Lord Roderick, I'm sad to say I must tender my resignation. I do not know what she's doing up there, but your sister spends all day in the attic building something.
Yeah,
She
building
won't let me
something.
come up, and when she
Building an
does come
orgasm.
down, and when she does come down, she solely reads other tombs from her library of oddities. Given this difficulty, I find I can no longer take full responsibility for her mental well-being and must resign. Sincerely, Dr. Revnick.
So she was under a doctor's care, and then the doctor couldn't handle it. And she's
you
up in
said-
the attic,
She's up in the
being
attic.
freaky.
You said you rolled a 15?
Yeah, 15.
You also find one other thing. It's not, it just catches your eye, just like it seems odd kind of with that letter. It's a brochure for a place called Waverly Asylum.
Oh, crazy pants. Yeah. Okay. We need to get in that attic.
Well, I think we should work our way up.
Okay.
Does he tell us about this? Will you
Oh,
tell
wait,
us
Dad.
about
Hey.
you?
What is it?
What?
Tell me about the brochure.
The brochure is just describing the benefits of this. So are you still poking the block?
Just I don't want to tip over.
Okay. So we know that she went to an asylum.
Okay.
She's in the attic.
They were investigating
And
it.
it looks like, just so you guys know, I'm getting the message that our chat thinks that the audience or thinks that the knife will end up being evil.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
messed up now.
That
I just want
guy-
to be real careful with it.
Okay.
Turns out, chat room, you are not surprising them with that theory.
But thank you for it.
I'm sorry, is there another door in this room, or is the back door in a different room? The one with the plastered over door.
Oh, sorry. Yes, the back door that was boarded up. It's sort of like it's the back door.
here.
It goes from the kitchen out there, and you see those. Your guess that the boards were like nailed both to the frame and then to the door to hold it in is what was going on.
All right.
He's doing it.
Okay.
You ready?
Can
I
I
didn't ready yet.
ready like my long sword so I just have it out?
Sure.
Can I ready my axe?
Yes, you can.
Great.
And I just tip over the block.
So the block tips. Also, just real quick, chat says the asylum implies it will be an insane fuck change.
Oh, yeah.
Very funny chat room. Very funny. So the block tips over, and it just tips over, and the knife is still in the block.
Oh
Okay,
my
I use
god.
frog hand
Yeah.
to pull that knife out of that block.
Okay. Are you doing it fast or like slow?
Real slow.
So it's like unsheathing, and you can kind of hear like the
Yeah.
it's coming. And as it's coming, when it gets to like 2/3, and you can see this 2/3 mark, you start seeing like a little bit of red on it, and then more, and the end of it that was inside the block is very bloody.
Now hold on. There's a lot of reasonable things to use a knife for that might get it blood. I think it's disgusting you don't wash it before you put it back in the block.
And all of a
What?
sudden you hear in the cabinets, like a from like inside the cabinets in like a bunch of different spots, you hear this knocking.
And I start doing this thing like I hear you. I hear you.
I chase it like a mouse, a laser pointer. Everywhere I like every knock. I'm like,
So are you guys just stay? Are you anything happening or?
I'll open one up. Do you want me to open up a cabinet?
I have I mean, is a longsword gonna do anything against a spirit? Like,
Yeah, it might.
okay, well I have.
Let's open up one of them cabinets.
Yeah.
I'm still looking at that knife.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fixated on that.
Okay. Who's opening a cabinet?
I'll do it.
Okay. Are you going to like one that specifically the
Yeah.
knock is happening?
Yeah,
Or
the loudest one.
all right. Tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
You open it.
Yeah.
And a severed hand is there. If you imagine like a thing from Addams Family.
Yeah.
And it is there, and it like had knocked, and you open it, and it just immediately tries to go for your face.
Okay.
So roll.
Oh shit!
It is. It goes for your face, but it, like, you're able to like get out of the way.
Okay.
It flies past you.
Okay.
Great.
And as soon as that happens, a bunch of other cabinets fly open, and more severed hands come out.
How many would you say there are?
There's like 6.
Okay.
Great.
And so 6 crawling hands jump out, and it's like some of them are from the upper cabinets, one comes out from a lower one by your feet, kind of all over the place. And the knife is out and just laying on the thing. The knife's not doing anything.
Great.
I take one moment to appreciate the dexterity of these hands and what they could accomplish in mime. And then I grab my longsword. Are there any of them near me? I'm assuming one's.
Where were you guys all around the island in the center?
I
I
was
was
definitely
by-
at the island.
I was still by the letters but turned.
Okay, so you're not that close to any of them, but you could run up pretty quickly
Okay.
to one of them.
Then I will run up to one of them. I want to get one on the floor.
Okay.
Those guys are the creepiest.
Yep.
And so.
Also, all of their nails are very long, so it's like tappy,
Okay.
like when a cat hasn't had its nails clawed in a long time.
Yeah.
Cool. So I run up to it, and I want to use my longsword to try to
Great.
just smack
Roll
it.
your
You know.
d20.
Woo. And then that's plus dex modifier, right?
No, for
No,
you,
no.
for a longsword, it's going to be strength.
Strength.
It should be what you add is rate.
Cool. So 9 total.
9. You missed the claw, and it just kind of clinks on the floorboards. Doesn't clink, it thuds.
Okay.
Alex?
I cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
And then when I do that, like wind whips up around me, and I fly upwards 10 feet and land on top of that island, up off the ground.
Yeah, you do. Tempestuous storm.
Yep. And so I'm up there now with higher AC, and that's what I do.
Okay.
But I'm still like looking around.
Yeah. And just so you know, the one that flew past Josh did land on the island with you.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm up there with one.
Lord Colonel.
Is there any way I can use a torch to burn one out, or can I stomp on one? I want to get one of them.
You want to get one of them?
Yeah, I want to.
You want to get one specifically?
No, I want to
not with your
grab.
ass.
I want to grab one of the hands and arm wrestle the tiny hand, and if I win, it submits to me. That's the rules. Yeah.
So you can try to grab one of them and get it into a position to do an arm wrestling match.
Okay.
That's going to be a dexterity check to try and grab it like
Right.
that.
15.
15?
16.
16? So, yeah, you're able to grab one. So you grab it, and you've got it in its hand. As was pointed out, it has no leverage. So
Right.
if you want, you can immediately just slam it down like that.
Man, I want to. Yeah, I might as well do that. 'Cause
Okay.
what else can I do?
Yeah. And we'll say that's not even, like, you don't have to roll for that as an attack, but it does hit it.
Okay.
It doesn't, it's still squirming,
Okay.
but it hit it.
Do you want this for your stew?
No.
All right. I'll kill it. I'm gonna try to kill it. I'm gonna.
Well, that's your action this turn. You can try again next turn. You
Okay.
still have it.
Okay.
And then you guys have all gone once, so now it's the hands' turn. So the one that you've got, it's basically grappled, we'll say.
Okay.
So I guess, yeah, if you're holding a hand like this, that's the equivalent of grappled for a hand.
Yeah.
So it can't do anything. The one on the island is going to launch itself at Ambrose. And it's...
My AC is 15 now.
Yeah, it goes after you, but it kind of like you are able to bat it away.
I shake bones at it.
Now, two of them scurry in at you.
Fuck yeah.
The two on the floor.
Yeah.
One of them launches and like grabs your arm and is like with its claws, like when it grabs its hand.
Ew.
That hurts, hand.
And it does 2 damage.
What a rude dude.
And the other one,
So then that goes to 8, right?
the other one does the same thing and does 3 damage.
Okay.
We're at 5.
Yeah, 5's not great. Is it
So
my,
it's-
my turn?
oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2 more. One of them launches himself at you, and it misjudges so badly that it flies past you and hits the window and flies out of it. It breaks the window. And
I'm
just-
unaware that happened.
it goes right past you. Smashes the window, and it actually gets a little cut up from that. But it actually flew out of the house. And then the last one tries to come after you and help its friend out.
Bring it.
And it also misses.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
back to you.
Okay.
Sylvis is
So there's 2
Like-
in one arm, right? Or is it on both arms?
other arms.
Okay.
Also, Sylvis, basically on his turn, he did the equivalent of going, "Ooh!" and backed away.
And I'm all like, Sylvis, eye contact. We'll get through it. We'll get
Ah,
through it.
well, this is not what I'm quite used to. It's a little bit more of an infestation than I'm used to, but yeah, we'll get through this.
Always cheery.
So back to you, Fancy.
Great. Well, I still have my sword in my hand. Is there any way to like deal with both? Can I like pump my biceps really hard so they pop off or something?
Actually, you know what? I was just double checking this. They don't really stay stuck in. They they
okay.
grab and their nails sink into you, but then they
Okay.
come off
Okay.
because they're not trying to grab you specifically.
Okay. Well, I want to like slice. Can I? Because my longsword's still out. I want to like slice at one.
Sure.
Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Will I have a chance to like smack like that?
You're only gonna be able to attack one of them.
So I can't go like that.
I mean, I'll let you try and do that, but that's not with your long
Right.
sword.
Okay. Well, I'm already holding it. You know what I mean? So I would go like this. So, poof. 12.
Yeah, you hit that one.
Yay!
Roll your damage.
6.
You cleave it in half.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. Then Ambrose.
Okay. The one that's on the island with me. How big is this island in terms of? Feet?
It's
a
like
5 foot, 10 foot.
5 foot by 5 by 5. It's like a
Great.
square.
So I go to try to stomp on it, and then use shocking grasp through my foot when I stomp on it.
Through your. I
Yeah,
see.
so like I'm
Yeah.
stomping on it and then shooting electricity into it, and probably failing. 11.
No. It's.
So I miss it, and just zap the island.
Yeah.
With my foot.
Leaves a scorch mark, and you can kind of just hear out of the back of your head. You can hear to one side. Silvis just go, and he just mutters, "Oh, that was nice grain." Back to you, Josh.
I want to take the hand I have. So I'm gonna. Can I go on the island, or does that count as a move?
That would be a move, but you can do
Okay.
a move and an action.
Okay, whatever. I don't need it. So I'm just gonna hold it up in front of everyone, like all his friends, and I'm gonna be like, "This is the end of it," and I want to squeeze it till it explodes.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
Okay. Come on, it's a big move. That's 6.
You squeeze it, so you do what you're gonna do,
This is the end of it.
and then you squeeze, but you're not able to like squish it. So
Yeah.
it's like you start looking like you're having to try really hard to do anything. So you say this is the end of it, and then it's just you going
It's the end of it.
and that's your action.
That's my action.
Okay, so the claws go. Silvis is like, he's actually like, he was taken aback, but now he's like trying to help a little bit. So he kind of comes up and
Good.
tries to like, the one that's still on your other arm, he tries to like bat it off.
What a cool guy.
He's a good guy.
But he's not able to.
Oh, well, he's a dainty guy.
And he kind of says, "It's really in there good."
Thanks,
so,
Silvis.
The one that is in your hand that you were
Yeah.
just trying to, it tries to get free, but you're able to keep your
got
grip.
This is
really
the end of it.
The one that's in your arm tries to like sink its nails in again. And it does.
Okay.
Just does 1 damage.
Okay, that's good.
The one that was on the island with you. Oof. It launches itself at you, and you're at 15 armor with
Yeah.
your spell. Yeah, it launches it, and it launches right into your arm too, and it grabs in and sinks the nails in,
Great.
and does just 1 damage. And why am I forgetting one?
The one that went out the window.
One that went on. Oh, there were 2 coming. 'Cause
Oh,
you,
there was?
the one you had, but then another
Oh,
one was
right, yeah,
attacking
yeah,
you. And that one launches itself at you.
Great.
Ooh, and it grabs your throat.
Oh shit! This is the end of it. Still trying to.
And just does 1 damage.
Okay.
And-
So I'm
These
at
claws are apparently
10 then?
need to
Or
use
no,
some of those
17.
strength training
So
things.
now you're at 11.
11.
You can use it.
And now it's back to you.
I have a question. How close am I to everybody?
You moved in a little ways, so a few
So
feet.
is he still on my neck?
Yes, but it's like these rounds all happen quick, so it's
Right,
like he
yeah.
grabs you, but like it's sort of like he's trying, and then
I mean,
you
yeah, okay.
you flex your neck muscles
Yeah,
so he
of
can't get a
course,
good grip.
always.
But how far away in feet am I from everybody? I'm definitely close to one hand. Within 5 feet of one hand.
You're within 5 feet. If you moved a little closer to Josh, you'd be within 5 feet of all of them. It's a kitchen, but it's not gigantic.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be near everybody. Can I move just close to Josh's character?
Lord Colonel Tiny Legs, U.S.
Sure.
Armored.
Yeah, excuse
Yeah.
me.
So you're basically taking one more step into the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm taking one more step into the kitchen. And then, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I think it'll be positive.
Famous last D&D words.
I chop your head off.
So I'm near the one that's in my arm and the two that he's near.
Yes.
And I say, with so many hands in the room, why not get some polite applause? And I use thunderclap. And, and
So, all of a sudden, centered around here, just a loud thunderclap, like, happens. And everybody, so, let me just grab that.
Not over
not
there.
the one that's next to you and you,
Yeah.
but the three
Three
and
and-
Josh
yeah.
have to make Constitution saving throws.
sorry, tiny legs.
So roll your D20 and add your Constitution modifier.
So you do, what's that?
8.
It's 9.
9.
But then you add
3.
3, and you have saving throw bonus to Constitution, so you add another 2, so that's 14.
14.
You're okay.
But hey,
And
fucking do that again, man.
all 3 of those hands get blasted.
All right,
and they
well, good
lose
job.
their grip and they kind of like fly back a little.
Yeah.
So roll your thunder damage. Thunder damage.
1d6. Do I get to add anything? No, it just is what it is,
Yeah.
right? 4.
4. That's fine. All of them fly back into walls and just like, if you imagine like something flying into a wall and just like a spider sliding down.
Bologna, pickles.
Yeah. Yeah, like bologna pickles.
Oh, bologna, pickles.
Like spiders slide down
Yeah.
walls more than bologna or pickles.
I don't know if
Right.
the wall was mayonnaise.
My adventure,
or-
I can describe it how I want. But yeah, so it just slides. They're dead.
Great.
So the only one that's left is the one fighting you. So it's your turn.
I try to flick it off, and when I flick it off, I want to try to shock it with Shocking Grasp
Great.
as well. 18.
Oh, that hits.
So I go, zap. And 5 damage. 5 lightning damage.
Yeah, as soon as it hits the floor, it's palm up, and it kind of like one
Like a
one finger
bologna.
twitches.
Or a pickle.
Oh, like a
Yeah.
bologna pickle.
A fried pickle.
Yeah.
A
like
fried
a
pickle.
like a spider
Fried
that
bologna.
had too much bologna pickle
Yeah.
for lunch.
No.
Yeah.
More
That
like
doesn't work. That doesn't work.
I
The
think
most
it's really-
evocative descriptions on the internet. But yeah, and that's all of them. The one flew outside. You don't know where it went, so maybe it'll pop back up.
Maybe
but-
it'll be in the stew. Maybe that's what they'll kill.
that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
It's not like I wasn't following the recipe. I was following the recipe.
You said kill something and put
Yeah.
it in.
Yeah, so we're dead. But these are living hands?
I mean, they're moving.
They're moving.
That
him.
one's
Yeah,
that
sure.
one's fried.
So you guys just cleared out the kitchen of all those hands. Do you want to look around for anything?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want
I
to check
wanna-
out the cupboards. Sorry.
And I want to pick up that knife.
Okay.
I pick up the knife and just look at it and see if there's anything interesting besides the fact that it's covered in blood. Like, is the blood dry or is it still wet?
It's not wet, but it almost like, imagine if someone lacquered a knife with blood, but it's not lacquer.
I can't wipe it
Weird.
off. It's
It
like,
looks almost like it's blood in like stasis. Like it's like something about this place isn't letting it
we fought
dry.
6
Kind of
hands?
like flubber.
And we fought 6 hands?
Yes.
Somewhere. There's 3 people who are going to be real angry.
All right. What do you guys want to do now?
Can I just peep into the cabinets? Is there anything, anything of no, like just an investigation check? Is there anything else worthwhile? God, 2.
You see the insides of cabinets.
And I say, Sylvis, you like these?
And he's immediately engaged by that and comes over and looks and goes like, well, these are some nice craftsmanship. I might like to do a little restoration work, but really these are the types of things you don't want to mess too much. It kind of keeps part of the charm of a house, you know?
I scooch down off the island. And I want to
Scooch down.
Scooch down. Like I sit on my butt and then like gently pull myself up. And then I want to go over and I want to wrench that back door open in case we need to make a quick exit.
Strength
Right.
check.
7.
So you are just like pulling against the boards.
I go over
like-
and help also.
Okay. So they're not coming out for you.
That is 11.
11. The two of you working together for a few minutes. If you want to try, it takes like 10 minutes for the two of you working together to pull one out. They're
That dwarf over here.
I'm like, okay, enough is enough. I come over, I pat him on the head, I drop my die. Natural 1. And I go, never mind.
You try, and here's the thing. You barely even get to do a tug because you get such a bad splinter. Roll a d4.
Where did that go?
It's the triangle one. You take 4 damage from this.
Oh my god!
It's like a big splinter, and you know when you get
7?
you know when you get a
Oh God!
you know when you get a splinter where it's like it goes in so far that there's nothing to like grab it to pull it out.
Yeah.
It's like in there.
Oh, is this bad? Is this bad?
It's
I mean,
bad.
Do something.
You got an once in 100-year ethereal house splinter. in
Under
your
your
finger.
nail. That's the worst kind, right under the fingernail.
I want to go to that attic. So help me.
So we're going to take a quick break again on the thrilling conclusion of Josh's character getting a horrible splinter from a board. And also,
It's a third of his hit points from a splinter.
Yep.
that's amazing. Man, this house is doing some strange things to you guys. We'll be right back. We're going to get back into this, and they're going to explore more of this haunted house. Yeah, let us know. Are we doing any votes right now?
At this rate, will they succeed?
Okay, if you want to vote on whether or not at this rate they succeed, if these guys who just killed 6 hands and then were almost laid waste to by a splinter are going to succeed, you can vote on jash.com/play while you continue to watch the stream there. We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to AristoCrits. We're here with Marissa Strickland, Josh Brekhus, and Alex Fernie. And just to give you a quick recap, if you've joined recently or during the break, so far on this temp adventure quest, they have been hired by a contractor to clear out the curse or the ghost, they're not quite sure which one, of a house that this contractor is trying to renovate that only appears once every 100 years. And so they are trying to clear out the curse in order to hopefully give them time to complete the renovations, assuming it won't disappear. So far, they have started I was going to say gumbo, but it's just a stew, right?
Yeah,
It's a stew,
gumbo.
not a gumbo.
We didn't have the ingredients for a gumbo.
Too stereotypical for your character to make a gumbo.
No, I would have, but I just didn't have all the things I need.
Right. Ambrose, with the rest of the contractor's crew, started making a stew that confidently is going to be simmer for 6 hours. So they're very confident they will come out of this in 6 hours to eat that stew. And then they went into the house, explored the house a little, kicked a lot of dust up, and then fought a bunch of severed hands. And then, in a thrilling cliffhanger, Lord Colonel Tiny Legs got a wicked splinter.
Yeah. Staph infection.
And
What took so much damage on me?
and also, chat room, we heard someone asked that if he has disadvantage on melee attacks now because of that. And I'd say, here's what we're gonna do. Like a splinter isn't like so much. Like if you're a fighter, so what we're gonna do is before you make an attack, I'm going to make a roll behind here to see if you have disadvantage on it. Like if the splinter's interfering with that attack.
That's fun.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like sometimes just your grip might be off, so it's like,
I feel. Hey, I get it.
if you want, you can try and get it out somehow and take some time for that, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
All right. What are you guys doing now?
Oh no, I'm keeping the splinter in the whole time.
Okay.
I'm playing disadvantage.
Can I just do one quick look at in the cupboards as well?
Sure. The cupboards are where this hands came.
I find nothing. I rolled a 2.
I'll be the judge of that. You rolled a 2?
Wait, so it might be flat out 2.
You will find everything.
Hey, I rolled a 2.
Well, everything is nothing.
And this room has the door outside that we spent 10 minutes opening, and then the hallway we walked down, right? Are there any other entrances?
The sitting room where that pile of letters were.
And you guys looked around in there, yeah?
That's where
Yeah, I
we
got
found
my,
the brochure for an asylum, Waverly Asylum, and the letter.
The
from
woman's insane and
Right.
trying to be magic.
Yeah.
I said we go let you have your fun.
In the air. Yeah.
Kicking that door.
Oh,
We
kicking that
go
door.
down.
I'm afraid to kick or touch any door now, but I'll do it.
You're a fighter.
Yeah, but I got a splinter that
Go
almost
fight the
killed
door.
me.
Go fight a door.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
fight a
take
door.
your revenge on that
All
door
right.
that this door did to you.
So I go fight a door?
You're kicking it?
Yeah, I'm not using my.
Okay, so we won't disadvantage won't apply to this.
And just in case, if anything that I think is dangerous comes out of that, I want to ready firebolt.
Okay.
Cool. And I'll have my longsword.
Just like this.
Yes.
Scraping up the ceiling.
I look at Silvis.
Silvis is like eyeing the tip to see if it's getting close, but it's pretty high ceiling. You're not really scraping it.
I try hard to reach it though.
He says, okay, all right.
Yo, Silvis, if I die kicking this door, just know that you will be my eternal best friend.
Ooh, that's heavy.
One.
Only one. And I didn't do this for the splinter because a splinter was such an appropriate way. But on a natural 1, roll 2 d10s. We're gonna go to the fumble
Do I
table.
have two?
It's this guy and this guy.
Yeah. So roll those. So you're basically
time?
rolling. What was that?
Same time?
Yep. It's gonna be making 100 out of 100.
91?
91.
That's bad, right?
No, they're all different.
So in
get a
trying to
splinter.
kick it, you fall, you lose your footing, and you feel like a sharp in your ankle, and you twist your ankle. And you fall prone. And for the rest of this today, until you can get that healed or looked at, your movement is halved.
Oh, fuck.
So you're kind of limping along.
Silvis. This place is fucking haunted. Get out of here. This place sucks.
Well,
We're only talking to Silvis.
Yeah, guys.
I don't
You're
know
making
if
me
that's-
kick doors and punch shit.
I don't know if that's a haunted thing so much as it was a bad kick, friend.
Silvis.
He called you friend.
Yeah, he did call me a friend, all right. Well,
All right.
I'm gonna be moping around trying to catch these 2 ghosts that fuck each other. So I'm what do I do? Nothing. I just twisted my ankle, right? I'm like, let's.
Well, he's prone. Can I help him up?
Yeah, you can help him out.
Thank you.
I'll try to knock it down. So the wizard comes. Oh, okay. I'm gonna see why I got put a little spice on this. Is this athletics? What is this?
This is straight strength.
Straight strength. Okay, it won't be bad. Oh, it's a 12.
12.
12.
Significantly better than whatever you did.
So you kick it, and the door rattles. It's like reasonably sturdy, so you don't kick it open, but you hear like a little bit of splintering of wood. But it doesn't open yet.
Right.
But you feel like maybe it like got weakened a
I
bit.
turn around and go, you hear that? It's splinters.
And I come over there after helping Tiny Legs up, and I'm like, I'm gonna try to. You know what I mean? You guys have really like,
No, it's
just
not
like a
as easy
bologna
as it
pickle
looks.
jar. You guys have opened it a little bit for me, and now I'm gonna really take it home. So strength. 17.
The frame cracks open.
I looked at Silvis.
And Silvis is kind of like wide-eyed and shaking his head and goes, well, that's a shame. That was some nice extinct redwood.
Sorry, Silvis.
Was really looking forward to working with some of that wood. But there's more in the house. There's more in the house. It's fine. It's just, you don't often come across like that wood doesn't exist anymore.
And
But
while he's saying that, I lean over to Fancy and I go, you didn't have lockpicking tools, did you?
I look at my pack and I don't.
Okay. I feel less bad.
so the door's open, and it flew open, and it is pretty dark down there. There's like, you can kind of tell, like,
I
just
have dark
looking
vision.
down that there is, like, from those windows you had seen, there's a little bit of light coming in, but not a lot.
And all three of us have dark vision. Is it enough that we should be, like, we can see?
Oh, yeah, you all have dark vision.
Yeah.
You're going to be fine down there.
Okay.
Great. Can I just check for traps? I know there hasn't been any traps, but I just, what if there's like a funky stair?
So you're checking for funky stare?
Funky stairs. I like do a like little mime dance.
The squeaks on these stairs are pretty hip. So what did you roll?
Is that investigation? So 16.
16. You don't find anything.
Okay, guys, there's no funk on these stairs. Let's proceed.
My guy is just afraid of wood. He's afraid of wood now, so he's gonna be in the back, and he's just gonna kind of
Okay.
slowly mope down.
So you go down, and you come down from, to give you an idea of because the layout of this house, like when you walked in, if you imagine from the front door walking in towards the hallway where you had gone, that was going north. So you come down from this staircase, and the staircase into the basement is on the north wall. Okay. If you imagine it that way.
Okay.
And then you come down, and it's just like a very dark, musty basement. And honestly, it's one of those things where like the whole house is so musty that the basement doesn't seem that different from the rest of it. And all you really see, there's like a pile of cluttered boxes along the eastern wall, and there's rusted pipes just like sprawling like veins on the western wall.
I'm gonna go over and look at those pipes.
Okay.
And just see if there's anything interesting about them that I know. I'm just checking them out.
Sure, you're investigating.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's 17.
17. So Sylvis comes over with you as you're inspecting, and you see that they're very rusty and probably don't function very well anymore.
Right.
And as you notice that Sylvis leans in and goes like, well, yeah, we're just going to have to do a whole job on this. Like, going to have to replace all these with newer pipes. You can kind of see here they're using some old style that might let some lead get in the watering. So, and he's like going on about the piping.
And I go, well, I know what you're on about. My shack just has a hole in the ground. You put your pooper over and you take care of business that way. This is great. This is Taj Mahal.
This isn't a bathroom. These are pipes that lead to various things in the house.
Yeah, you poop in a pipe, and that's my understanding.
I mean, okay.
No, we each get a pipe. She poops in a pipe. I poop in a pipe. He poops in a pipe, and all the pipes go somewhere.
Yeah, that's how it's done.
That's how it's done.
That's part
All
of
right.
This
that's
is real
part
nice
of our
pipes.
finder's fee.
Tell you what.
Okay.
I'm gonna investigate those boxes while we're talking about pipes.
Okay.
Ooh, natural 20.
Natural 20.
Kill those boxes.
So you're going through the boxes, and there is there's not a lot. It looks like just a pile of boxes, and like as you're going through, you do find occasionally like a couple of knickknacks. Like you find like a small doll.
Ooh, I'm gonna keep it.
Okay. You find a plunger. And you also, at the bottom of one of them, kind of pressed flat, you find a note.
Ooh, great. I read it.
I take the plunger.
Take the plunger?
I'm like, what the hell? Y'all took.
There's a bunch of boxes.
Yeah, I put a box over my head, and I just I take some
Bleeding
me time.
from under his fingernail,
Yeah, I take some me
limping.
time, and I'm like, this has been a rough day.
So you find this note, and it's like scrawled. It looks like someone wrote it fast.
Okay. This is an urgent note, guys.
And it says, I am anchoring the house until my sister is dealt with. She has done something to the orderlies who came from the asylum, and I will not be next. -R.
Okay, so what I'm guessing from this note is that the brother was trying to hold it down, couldn't do it. There might be freaky spirit orderlies cruising around because the sister was a funky.
That's not a noun, though.
But she was acting funky.
She's funky.
Great, but I missed it. Oh, R was the doctor, right? R was the doctor? Wasn't his last name was
Or
an
the
R.
brother? No.
The brother's
Sylvis,
name?
one of those
I
kids'
look
names.
at
what are
my
the kids'
no.
names?
Brother's name was Roderick.
Okay.
The doctor's name was Dr. Resnick.
What's
Okay, so one of the two.
Unfortunate coincidence that their names both start with R.
yeah.
That was maybe unforeseen by someone.
Well, we don't know. Orderlies. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So
Also,
I'm guessing.
the note does say, "I am anchoring the house until my sister is dealt with."
Nowhere
It's
to
the
tell.
doctor.
Tear it up. Okay. And did she's looking one box, or was she rummaging through a bunch of them?
Uh,
I was hoping to look in all of them.
yeah, she was looking at all.
Okay. Well, it sounds like whatever this R put on is why this thing keeps blinking in and out every 100 years. So we gotta undo whatever he did, which probably only happens when we get rid of these goddamn orderlies. The
That
real
sounded
enemy.
Vaguely racist.
Yeah. Tell you what, orderlies are coming into this country,
Okay, here we go.
taking our orderly jobs.
Yeah, here
Yeah.
we go. Can
You
we make
got-
the orderlies build their own wall?
Build their own wall. I also don't like elves.
Sylvis is a little elf.
He's a half elf.
Don't get into your half elf.
Oh, well, feel like, on a
Dirty.
job like this, you don't want to start talking politics. 'Cause
Yeah, it got
you're just going
political.
to run into a lot of differing
It's not
opinions.
politics, it's moral.
Okay.
It's a moral
All right,
issue.
you're from the
I
south.
slap him with my Mickey
I slap him with my frog. I slap him.
Ow, enough! I take my splinter, I go, look,
Ah!
look at it, look at
Do you
it.
still have a box on
It's
your
green.
head?
Oh yeah, so I can't see.
Does Ambrose really not like seeing that splinter?
Yeah, it's gross.
Roll a constitution check.
14.
All right, you feel a little grossed out by it, but nothing else happens.
I'm mildly grossed out.
Are you gonna throw up?
Can I look at this? Is there anything else I noticed about the doll, or it's just a doll?
Roll an investigation check.
Cool. Is that 9? 8.
8. You don't notice anything else.
Cool. Well, I put it in my little
It's like a
pack.
stuffed doll. It doesn't look out of place in any child's room.
I want to put my ear to one of the pipes
Okay.
and see if I can hear any sound traveling throughout the rest of the house.
Okay. Do perception just because you're actively listening.
20.
Natural or
No, 19.
hold on. Let me look at the map to see where those pipes would go because this is something I didn't anticipate, but that's great. You don't hear much. You think you hear almost like the faintest sound of some humming, like a melody.
Goddamn one of them orderly songs.
But it's so faint you probably couldn't even repeat the melody.
Okay.
But that's it.
Well, good news and bad news.
Okay.
Good news, I didn't hear much. Bad news is what I did hear was a creepy little song. Don't know where it's
It
coming
sounds like
from.
you're about to sing to us.
I can't. Every time I try to wrap my head around it again, it just goes right out. It's not near. It's not catchy.
Okay.
It's not a catchy song.
Okay.
So, all I can figure, unless we find something else in this. And this basement's one room, right? Mm-hmm. We're gonna go up those stairs. Someone's up there gonna be humming at us.
Go up the stairs.
But we got a doll and a plunger, so we don't.
Can I just look around the perimeter, doing another investigation check, just in case there's anything else
Sure.
in the room that's important? 18.
Okay. Well, in one section, so the south wall, that's a very good investigation check. You actually do, like, you're walking, and at first, like, the south wall just looks like there's nothing on it. And then as you get closer, you can kind of tell, like, in one section of the wall, all the bricks used seem to be weathered differently than the rest.
Guys, look at this. Does it indicate that they were used to be outside, or do you know what I mean?
You
like,
don't know. They just
don't
look
know.
different. I mean, if you wanted to do we'll say, let's do a straight intelligence check for that, just because
Okay.
if you're looking for if bricks would look different
Okay,
from
sure.
weathering.
Yeah, I just want to know. Does it look like they were put in at different points and they were previously used from other projects? Do you know what I mean? And put in at different times.
I mean, from that original check, they look different than the surrounding bricks.
Okay. Then, can I just like go up to them and like push on them, see if they're like looser, if the mortar's like different than the mortar between the bricks? Is there mortar between the bricks?
There's always mortar between bricks.
I don't know. Sometimes like Aztec things
Not at a
that
brick
go
store?
straight.
Not a brick store.
Touche, sir. There's mortar between them.
Okay.
It's not like wet or anything.
Okay. Well, can I go and like go bunka dunka dunka dunka
Yes.
and like hear?
Absolutely can go dunka dunka dunka.
I'm beating on my box right now. Like a drum. I'm excited.
my,
What a scream!
my die fell. So I'm banging on it so that I can like see like, oh, is this like a passageway?
While that's
Does it sound
happening-
hollow?
I cast minor illusion right behind him of the doll that she found, and now it's just as if it's just sitting and staring at him right behind him.
First it was
And this is investigation. Ugh, 6.
I'm like Silva. What is behind? What is it? Is it real?
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
It's a doll.
Okay, that's cool. I thought it was wood. If it's wood, I can't deal with wood.
So what did you roll?
6.
You rolled for tapping on the bricks?
I rolled to hear if it was hollow.
Here if it was hollow.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Hear if it was like a real wall or if it sounded like it was just a fake wall. You know what I mean?
You did that by like tapping.
was
I
like
see.
tonka,
So like
tonka,
tonka,
along it. to see
Tonka
if you
tonka
get some-
tonka tonka.
Tonka tonka
Tonka,
tonka
tonka,
tonka.
tonka.
Well, it's stone brick, so yeah, that would work with stone. So
I feel like it would sound
yeah,
different
yeah, yeah.
against a real
So
wall.
as you're doing, but with that roll, you don't really notice any difference.
Okay.
However, as you're doing it, you like go down the line like tonka 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 tonka.
Thank you.
And as you get to the end, and you can tell a lot of difference. But then all of a sudden, you just hear, almost from the other side of the wall, tonka 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 tonka.
Holy shit!
Well,
Can I just say,
break it down.
there's a tonka tonka on the opposite of this wall, guys. Do you guys want to ready attacks and do it? I feel like it's somebody that's hurt that's trapped more than.
I'm going to back up, sort of like away from where it is and ready firebolt. So if something comes through there that I think is a threat, I'm going to cast
Great.
firebolt.
Great. So I feel like it's somebody that's trapped, but we don't know. So I'll just use my strength to like bust in. I can't do anything else,
To
right?
punch the brick wall.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Is that crazy?
I mean, it's gonna. It might hurt.
Okay.
But
Not as much as a splinter. Though.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But my mage hand wouldn't be helpful in that. Can my mage hand
your
punch?
mage hand,
No.
it can lift 5 pounds, so it's probably not gonna be able to bust through a brick wall.
Okay.
Do you want me to do it?
Are you strong? You're stronger than me.
I
Yeah.
do think we should try to get this character killed just
Yeah,
by
there you go.
trying to knock things down.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, please do
I'll do it. Okay.
I'll remove
I'm like,
the
guys,
box
remember.
from his head.
All right.
That doll's
Remember
still
my
there.
name.
So
Remember my name.
how are you hitting this?
Okay, so I got a bad foot.
Use your axe.
Yeah.
Chip away at it.
I'll use my axe.
Great.
15.
15?
Plus
Plus-
3. 18.
Great. So you hit the wall, and you'd like chip out a chunk of it, but it's a brick wall, so it's like you're not like busting it in one.
But I can see
Right,
through
right.
it now, right?
No, it's just you take a chip out of it.
Keep chipping
I
away.
can keep chipping? Oh, I can keep chipping?
Yeah, if you want, you can keep just chipping away at this. It's around, just so you guys know for how long you've been in here,
Okay.
wise. So you got to the house, you were walking up, and it was around
9:45.
9:45. By the
remember
time
causing
you
the
like,
stew.
yeah. By the time you started making the stew and you talked to everybody, probably like 10:15 before you walked in. It's like now 11:30. 11:30. We'll
They
see.
should be getting ready for that bell pepper outside.
Oh, they better not fuck that up.
Do you guys keep
So you
chipping?
guys can. I'll say this: if you want to spend the time to just like chip through the wall that way, you can do that. It's going to take you probably a solid. We'll say a half hour. You think you could get like make a small hole in a half hour to make something you could go through, not knowing what's on the other side or anything. To make something you could actually like all of you pass through, probably take hour and a half.
Let's just try and get a small hole.
Yeah.
Small hole?
And
Yeah.
will it help if we are all doing it? Because I have daggers.
You have daggers and you
I
have.
have a sword
Yeah.
and I have dagger.
So we're all just.
Yeah, once he like gets it started, it'll help. Like so, like we'll say a half hour to get a big enough hole that you guys couldn't get through, but you can all see through.
Great.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I
We
need
don't
to
have
roll
to roll
again?
it.
So I mean, you don't have to roll like.
Right.
We'll say that first hit with the axe started it off enough.
Great.
So you guys spend like a half hour. It's now around noon, and you're able to make a hole. And you actually notice as you're doing it, as soon as like even a tiny bit, like lights shining through.
Oh my gosh.
you
Can I
wanna
do
keep,
an arcana
like-
check?
Sure.
This is not great. I don't know. Is that part of wisdom or
Arcana is going to be intelligence.
intelligence? Ugh, it's 7.
I mean, you can't tell. It seems just as magical as the rest of this house.
I sort of like, when we see the light, go, hello?
And you hear a wispy voice say, please.
I go, please what?
Banish her.
And we say, who are you?
Roderick.
Listen,
Now, are you
Roderick.
the brother or the doctor?
Roderick, I got a question for you. We can put all this time into chipping away this wall. Or I can just say, like, is it worth it, or are you fine in there? Is that like your tomb or something? You're just going to stay in there?
Anchoring to this plane must stay hidden.
Okay.
Okay, let's leave that guy in.
Yeah.
And real quick,
Great.
did you fuck your sister?
Yeah. He ain't going to tell you.
Yeah.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah. 12.
Plus charisma, so.
12.
12? Gross.
That's not an answer. That's not an answer. 'Cause it's gross. It's gross either way.
Not an answer.
It's gross either way.
Okay, so then I say, Roderick, you cool to you're anchoring, you're chill. Can we we'll cover the wall back up and we're gonna cruise, get your sister.
Banish her.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, you got some weird issues with your
So we just moved some of the boxes over. And wait, what was that?
Destroy what?
Destroy altar.
Destroy altar.
altar.
Oh, thank you. That's
altar.
good.
Listen, I need this plunger.
Plunger.
I said yes.
He
Oh,
doesn't.
can I hold up the doll? Is this useful?
Madeline's.
Great. I'm gonna take it.
You hold on now. Hold on, plunger in the book.
Yeah. Great. Thank you. See you later. Hopefully,
The
keep
altar,
it
where's the
anchored.
altar at?
Is the altar in the attic?
Attic.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just
Is
get
Yeah.
it? Is it?
Attic.
Let's put some boxes in front of it.
Yeah.
So that kind of blocks up the light.
Yeah.
I just whisper one more thing. Hey, Roderick, you like live theater?
No one does. No one does. Fancy.
So real quick, just to recap for new viewers, in case they just walked in and just watched me hiss with no context to what was going on. These guys are in a haunted house that a contractor hired them to help clear out of a curse or some ghosts. They're still figuring that out. Right now it's seeming like a cursed ghost, a specter of some kind. And they're currently exploring the house, which only appears once every 100 years. And the contractor wants to banish the curse so he can do renovations on it. And they were in the basement and discovered a hidden room that they only barely uncovered, but enough to see shimmering light coming out and a ghostly voice talking to them, which appears to be the brother of the person who they think caused this curse.
Once we get rid of this girl, we'll come down here. We'll get those guys out there, come in here, knock that wall down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn this
Sylvis-
into a den.
Sylvis was like shocked by that and says, "Wow, I mean, that is some great brickwork."
You're gonna have to do more work down here. You're not gonna leave this unfinished basement when you flip this place.
Oh, I mean, like I had no idea. I would have missed that brickwork was separate. That's some top notch.
You know what, Sylvis?
Blending.
I think I've done a 180 on you. It's like, you're not here to help us. You're here to talk about, like, crown molding and brickwork. And where are we going now, y'all?
I don't know.
My foot is fucked up. My hand hurts.
You guys are best friends to eternity. You already
that's
made
true.
that pact.
Also, chat room, someone asked to explain the plunger. It's a plunger. Like, maybe it'll come into play later, maybe it won't.
My character's never had a plunger before, and he's pretty psyched.
He's got a,
And he'll
he's got a
definitely
poop
use
hole.
it with that hole.
Yeah,
He'll
he's
just
got a
like
poop
put
hole
it
in
down
the
to the bayou.
So what are you guys doing now?
I said we go up to that second
Yeah,
floor.
let's
Yeah.
go to the second floor. And the second floor isn't the attic. The second floor is the second floor, and then there's an attic, or is the second floor the attic?
From what you saw from the outside, you think second floor, then the attic.
Great.
Okay.
So you go up to the first floor. Nothing really different. Do you want to look around anywhere or anything else?
No rooms we haven't been in, that right?
No.
Yeah, let's keep on going.
Yeah.
Cool. Then you get to the stairway up to the second floor. And you go up.
Yeah.
All right, so at the top of the staircase, you see that there's a hallway that kind of goes, like if the staircase goes up, the hallway goes in either direction. It's very dark. There seems like maybe there's a window at one end, but it's got curtains drawn, so it's very dark. You guys have night vision, so it's okay, but it's, so yeah, you,
Do we see any doors
Feels
along the hallway?
creepy.
you, there are, once you come up, there is, to the left, there's one door kind of back on the same wall that you came up, like you would make a U-turn to get into that room. The other side, there's another door U-turn wise, like to the right and on the same wall, and a door on the other side. Of the
Okay.
door. There's no door opposite this wall to the left.
And which side has the
Yes.
window?
think
The
that
window is to the left.
Open those curtains up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sorry, I just need to find one thing. I have too many sheets here. Okay. So, as you walk to the curtains, all of a sudden, you like feel a chill. And yep, based on that passive perception, all of a sudden, it's like the shadows like come off the wall.
Oh, yeah.
And like where you thought it was dark before, it comes in front, and it's like a shadow that's moving through the air, blocks you from the window. And you were walking up to the window?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it tries to like attack you.
Okay.
And it does 16. Yeah, it's it like passes a shadowy arm through you and does 6 necrotic damage.
Great. Unconscious.
Oh.
Also, your strength is reduced by 2.
The total?
Yeah.
Great.
And I'll tell you this: if you get to 0, that's not good.
Great.
So you just knocked unconscious.
Yeah, I just
Ooh,
knocked.
that
I'm
was
just
bad.
knocked unconscious.
So
Can I give him a potion of healing?
when it's your turn?
Yeah.
Yes. Which it's your turn now.
I might.
You're unconscious, so
I stand over him. I'm like, he has done some messed up things. If this was Silva, I'd mind. All right, I'll
Think
do
of
it.
that stew we're gonna get.
Oh yeah, I think of the stew, and I forget all about the other bones he put on me, and all the illusions he put on me.
I'll say this: because the shadow is right over him.
Oh, should I fight the shadow?
Yeah, if you try to give the potion, you can try to give him the potion of healing. The shadow might get another attack on you also.
Let me fight the shadow first.
Okay.
A 9 with strength, right? 12.
12. That's gonna hit. So you
Wait, no. It's so you do there. It's actually you rolled this 14.
14.
yes,
Oh,
that
to hit,
hits.
okay.
So your axe, and it goes through the shadow. Of
course.
So still roll damage.
Shadow. Oh, damage. Is that what this guy?
No, it would be 1d8 plus this plus 3.
This plus 3.
Yep.
6.
6. Okay, so you can kind of see the axe hits the shadow, but it seems to almost pass through it, and the axe slows down a little as it goes through, but not completely.
Okay.
So it's not like hitting a solid object.
Okay.
So, sorry, you said 6? Okay. All right. So you did that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Fancy. And they're both very close to the shadow, right?
Yeah, this is a hallway. The hallway's wide enough that you both could be close enough to do melee if you want to do that, but you don't have to.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that just makes the most sense. So I'll use my my longsword.
Okay.
14.
14. That will hit.
Great. D8. Is that
10.
10? Oh, I was supposed to do a D8. Is that right?
No, that's a
wrong.
D10.
I'm sorry.
D8 is the diamond-looking
Use
one.
mine. No, that's not natural.
Someday I want to know how much time in this show how much
Sorry.
footage we have. Just going like, oh, it's the diamond. You know what?
Excuse me then. 7.
7. Okay.
Did about this.
Same thing. The sword seems to slow down as it passes through, but it still goes through the shadow. And now, Ambrose, make a death saving throw.
12.
12?
Great.
Okay, so that's one success. And now the shadow, it turns to you, because you're the one that hit him first.
Yeah.
Or attacked. Mm-hmm. I guess I shouldn't call the shadow a him. Could be a her.
Right.
We don't
Yeah,
know
we
anything
don't know.
about this shadow.
Usually are female.
And the shadow
Spooky women.
What are you gonna do, Shadow?
swipes its hand through you, but you dodge back.
Yeah.
But then
It throws a splinter at me.
it almost seems to
Right in the eye.
fade back into the shadows. Yeah. So you can't, the way it was sort of separated out so you could tell where it was before.
Right.
Now you can't really tell again.
Okay. Is Ambrose still passed out?
Yes.
Should I heal? Right? Or no?
Is he still near him?
Yeah, he's
You
right.
don't
The
know.
shadow. We don't know where the shadow is.
Yeah, the shadow is in shadow right now.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
can't.
We don't know.
I mean, you could search for it if you think that would
Yeah.
help.
Yeah. I mean, he probably needs to be healed.
Yeah, I'll heal Ambrose.
Okay.
So you pour the healing. What is it? It's 2d4 plus 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Haha, 4. Double
4
ones on those,
total.
Yep. Still over half my hit points.
That's great. So you're still prone. You'll have to get
Yeah.
up, but you're awake. So that was your turn to do that. Fancy.
To rip this up, right? To rip it up.
Rip it up. You use that potion of healing.
I was like, me.
Now
long
eat the
rip.
pieces.
So I'm gonna go. So how long is this hallway exactly?
I'd say from the staircase, it extends about 10 feet on either side.
Okay.
Actually, no, 10 feet the direction you're going towards the window, 15 feet the other way.
Okay, so I go stand, and we don't know where the shadow went. The shadows.
You don't know where it
we
went.
can't tell. So I go stand, definitely 5 feet away from both of them.
Okay.
And then I say, this room's a little light. How about some light applause?
Oh no!
And,
And,
do
we both go, oh, we've heard this before. Here it comes. This is the way you're gonna wake him up.
So I assume they're kind of over here.
Yeah.
So I want to go right in the center, kind of like the first 5 feet towards the other direction,
Okay.
over the stairs. You know what I mean?
Nothing happens.
Okay.
A boom happens, and that's all.
And I look around and seeing if anyone will applaud.
My turn? How far away am I from the window?
At this point, from where you were, you're about. You could get there in one turn.
Okay, so with standing up, I lose. So I'll have 15
Yes.
feet of movement. Okay.
Yes.
I jump up, sprint to the window, and pull open the curtains.
Okay. So as soon as you do that, light floods in, and immediately, where there were all these shadows, you see this amorphous darkness.
Oh, is it the?
I go, gotcha, motherfucker! God damn it!
That's the best reaction to unveiling a shadow. Gotcha, motherfucker. And it kind of hisses a little.
And
we
is
see
that
where
my
he
whole?
is?
Was that my action or was that free action?
We'll say that that's part of the movement because,
Okay.
just going like that is.
So I still have an attack.
Yeah, you can attack.
So then I look where it is and I throw fire at it.
Oh.
Okay.
Spell attack, yeah. It is 11.
11.
Yeah.
It kind of slippery, oily, slides to one side and it dodges the firebolt. And now it's the shadow's turn. So he's kind of now that you see it in the daylight, still looks like kind of an amorphous blob,
Yeah.
but you can almost make features out that seem to be a sneer or a snarl.
Like an orderly
Goddamn
snarl.
orderly.
Orderly.
You can't really tell. It's hard to tell. It's like
Or a
imagine
lady.
if you imagine like dark gray, the features are black on dark gray, so it's very hard to make it out. You're kind of interpreting a bit, and it kind of like springs at you.
At me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm
'Cause
gonna
you're
attack.
closest to it.
I'm gonna attack.
Well, it's attacking you first.
Oh yeah, it's attacking me first. I welcome it.
And it must be very disoriented because it goes right past you.
Yeah, I'm slippery.
Now it's your turn.
I turn back
Uh-huh.
and I go, that was a dumbass move, and then I take my battle axe, and I don't do anything. I hit a 9, right?
You
9.
it whiffs.
Yeah, I whiff.
Great. I'm
Fancy.
I'm gonna use my longsword and come in and just like plunge at it. Not plunge, but
No, you're
lunge.
plunging at it. You don't have the plunger, you realize.
No, I don't. And I'm not gonna hit. I'm not. I know I'm not.
Okay, yeah, you're not. Back to you.
Damn shadow. I throw more fire at it. There we go. So I am like trailing as it goes on, and I go ha, and I throw a 20.
20? Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And hurl fire right into the middle of the shadow.
Wow.
Okay, roll your damage.
Where are you? Firebolt 1d10. For 7 damage.
7
fire
damage. So that hits it, and it's like it burns. It's like if you imagine like a piece of black paper that's charred, so that it like kind of like shrivels up, and that's sort of what it looks
Yeah.
like as it just dissipates.
Great.
Uh,
Damn shadow. I tell you what, goddamn shadow knocked me on the fucking ass.
Man.
Just trying to open the curtain, get some air in here.
and so so what did your strength drop to? It would
8.
8. It's basically like after, assuming you don't immediately go into another fight, you'll kind of regather your vigor by the time you have another encounter. So you know. Okay, so you defeated that shadow, and you're now back in the hallway. And now that the light's streaming in, you can tell, in addition to those doors you saw, the other side of the hallway, there appears to be like one of those like pull down hatches to go up to an attic.
Oh.
Pull down stairway.
Y'all know what I'm doing. You can stay here and fight shadows. I'm going to that.
What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, in the interest of time, does it make more sense to go up to the attic? Or do you think
we're
we
gonna
should
go up in that attic? Someone's gonna chase us out. All these
Yeah.
doors are gonna swing open. Now we're fighting like 1,000
Okay,
guys
great,
with no
great, great,
hands
great,
because we
great,
killed
great.
their hands earlier in the day.
Yeah,
Great.
sure did.
Great.
So right now, you two are standing at like the shorter end of the hall near the window. There's a door. If you're looking at the other end, there's a door immediately to your right. And then if you walk past the hall or the stairway, there's 2 doors on either side, and then above that attic.
Yeah.
I say let's try the door on this side at the very least.
The one by the door?
Yeah.
I mean, by the window?
Yeah, I
Great.
think someone with more hit points than me should try to get them.
I
get
have
the door.
4.
Okay, I also have 4.
Hey,
What do I have? I have
buddy!
5. Don't I have 5?
You got
It
7.
says 7.
Oh, 7. Yeah. Fine, I'll do it. But I
also
swear to
have-
God, this door
We can also
messes
use our use our hit dice. We can
To
short
heal
Yeah.
rest to
between
heal up.
fights, yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
can
only
do it.
6.
No, I can do it, but if this door messes me up again. All right, so I'm gonna hit this door.
Wait, did we try opening it yet?
Oh yeah, I'll open the door.
You try opening it?
I
It
opened the door.
opens.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, okay,
Good.
good.
It's
The
one of
door,
the good doors.
the door eats Lord Colonel Time.
Okay, let's not go in that door.
No, it just opens.
Okay, so we walk in.
Yeah.
And it's
Investigate.
it's like the rest of this house. It's dark and shadowy, but like there are windows with like it's not as dark as the hallway was, but there's windows letting some light in. And this appears to be a guest room and just a cursory scan.
All right, I just want
It's
to
like a small bedroom.
You know what I'm thinking? The other 2 rooms are their rooms, and they're right next to each other.
So what do you want to do?
And then, so what's in here? Bed.
Nightstand, dresser.
I want to run into the
Closet.
dresser.
You want to look through the dresser?
Yeah.
Roll an investigate check.
14.
14. You find there's not a lot. There's some very old moth-bitten like clothes.
And I see those and I go, listen, and I pull them over. We got a serious problem in this house. There's moths in this house.
Yeah, right.
You all right?
Probably really old moms.
You come closer, gonna fly right up your nose.
Look, I was close to death. I would like to try one of these dresses on.
You can. You also, in the top drawer with the knickers, you find a small book.
And I don't tell them right away because I'm embarrassed to have to tell them I was rummaging through the knickers. So first, like before I tell them, I'm like,
But we're like, oh, he's looking through knickers.
they're ignoring
We'll,
me.
we'll turn a blind
So
eye.
I look in the
Okay.
book and I start flipping through
The
it.
front, like the first page, says it's printed diary of, and then a line with space for a name, and handwritten is Roderick Hezekiah.
Roderick again.
Man, this is gonna have some dirty stuff in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Just drawings he did of his
Sisters.
sister's breasts.
Yeah. Let's
Let's read it.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll do
What
it.
what were you? What else were you looking at in there?
Moths, right? And I slam it shut.
You want to read it?
Yeah, I read it out loud to them.
Okay. We'll say this. A lot of it is very, very banal. Like typical, like,
I'm afraid I'm not good enough at kissing for my sister.
Yeah. You know, that kind of stuff.
There's actually a curious lack of stuff about his sister at first.
Smart.
Get rid of the evidence.
Playing hard to get.
Yeah.
Or
But then
that.
at one point it starts talking, he starts sounding a bit worried about her.
Right.
And towards the end of the entries, like this passage kind of sticks out, and it says, Madeline grows more obsessed with the manor every day. She talks of it as if it is a living animal, as if it may get up and walk away. I fear we may have to commit her after all.
Listen, yo,
Yeah.
this house gonna get up and walk away with us.
What? Here's what I think we should
Silvus.
do.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
we should take Silvus out, go check on your stew, dance with the guys that are working construction. This house is haunted, y'all.
Now?
Yeah. I'm like putting it together. I'm like, wait, man, the Splinter. This place is, I thought we were here to reno the whole place. Like, let's just get out of here. But I'll stay. I stay.
There's some. I think this very house itself might be something, but we're gonna have to keep on going, probably to figure it out. And I want to look under the bed as well.
Under the bed? Are you nervous to look under the bed?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be so gross.
You find a shoebox.
I pull the shoebox out.
There's a decent pair of loafers in there.
I take them.
You put them on?
Yeah, I put them. Oh, do they fit?
What's your shoe size?
5.5.
They're way too big for you.
Okay, but I pretend they fit.
You look like Ronald McDonald.
Are you trying to like describe pretending they fit?
Like I'm trying to walk normal,
Okay,
but
roll
He's
a
flopping around.
deception
Oh
check.
my god.
11.
11. Roll. Actually, you know what? Your passive, both of your Actually, no. He beats your passive perception, so you don't notice anything. You immediately notice like he's walking weird.
Why are you walking weird?
Well, I knocked out from a shadow. I'm probably a little loopy. That's all.
I don't do anything about it because obviously he has some issues with his feet, and I don't want to bring it up.
You got issues with your foot.
Huh? Yeah, I gotta roll
Tell
an
me
angle.
walking
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, we're both walking weird. Let's just get to finding out this woman, this chained woman.
I just look around the room one more time just in case there's anything else that's important to check, like in the corners or in any like side tables or anything like that. Is that cool?
Sure.
10.
10. You don't find anything else.
Okay. Well.
I think we go check out those
Yeah.
other rooms.
Yeah, let's check
out
them
the
out.
other rooms.
Okay. So you walk down the hall. There's one to your right, one to your left.
Oh, let's go to the one that's on the same side as the one we just went into.
Like the U.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I like too.
So it's on the right.
You just gonna go in?
Let's try that door.
I'll open the door.
All right. Opens in, and it's a bathroom.
Correct.
Interesting.
And I go, oh my god.
Oh yeah, he's never seen one. He's never
What
seen
is
one.
it?
And to you guys, this is like, it's like, for this house, it's a nice bathroom, but it's like older. It's
Right.
dusty.
Yeah.
Is there like rust stains and stuff on the?
There's some rust stains. Yeah.
A clawfoot tub.
Huh?
Is there a clawfoot tub?
A clawfoot tub.
Clawfoot
Yes.
Is there a curtain drawn or anything,
fancy.
or can we basically see everything in here?
a curtain.
Like
in
around
the
the-
club.
yeah.
The tub.
Yeah.
There is a curtain, but it's open.
Okay.
You can pretty much see everything.
Okay, I'm gonna go look in. Is there a medicine cabinet or any kind of cabinet?
There's some cabinets.
Cool. I'm gonna go look in all those cabinets.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw a bath.
You're gonna start the.
I'm gonna start a bath.
I just started shitting. I sit on the toilet. I don't know that this is not appropriate, and I just start shitting.
Okay, so you sit on the toilet and start.
Oh, guys, this is a
You just
red letter
flop
day.
frown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's happening. I don't know if you guys want to do anything. You turn on the pipes.
Yeah.
And it's that sort of thing, like if you imagine from the Bunny Pit type, like any like movie, like it's like clunk, 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 clunk,
Yeah.
ting, 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 and like no water comes out at first, and eventually something does come out, but it's very sludgy.
What color is it?
It's not. My immediate gut reaction was that it was pink, like Ghostbusters 2. But it's not that. It's just like muddy.
Okay. So it just looks like
Oh, boy.
dirt,
Yeah.
dirt gunk.
Sorry, guys.
I think on some level he thinks he pooped and it went
I
out
don't know how
of
this
the
works.
out of the
I make
tub.
sure you poop in this hole, and it goes around, and it comes down to this big poop holder. I get it. Seems like there's an extra step. I could have just pooped in there.
Are there any like linens or anything in here?
There are some old, like a pile of old, unused in a long time towels in one of the cabinets.
Great. I pull out one of them and I cover the shit that's on the floor.
I'm shitting in the toilet. Okay, I am what you think I am. Shitting on the floor. I'm almost a human being. I am a tiefling. I know not to shit on the floor. That's why I have a hole in my floor.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
So I don't.
I got so.
Why would I carve a hole in the floor of my shack if I thought I could just shit on the
They're
floor?
yelling so much, I get scared and I shit the floor. I shit on the floor because I'm just nervous. So you can wind it up there.
You shit in your pants,
Yeah,
and it goes down
on the
your
floor. I'm
leg.
just nervous.
Okay, great.
So I throw the towel at him.
Thank you.
Okay. So a lot of shitting going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I find anything? And I rolled a 13.
A 13, other than the towels.
Yeah.
You don't really find anything else.
Okay.
I don't know if this is that.
I finish up.
Oh my god.
I'm just
There
wearing
is
a
no
towel.
toilet paper.
Yeah, give me one of those
Towels.
towels.
I throw him a towel.
Great.
Just as a quick recap, if anybody's joining us, they're exploring a haunted house. Alex Fernie's character, Ambrose, is from the bayou and has never seen a working toilet. Immediately started using it. They started yelling so much that he got scared and shit on the floor. Nothing else has happened in this room, really. Nothing scary.
No.
No.
Great.
Right.
Well, that was great.
I found it scary that people were shitting.
Yeah.
Are you gonna flush the toilet?
Yeah.
Or?
I try to flush it. Or probably a chain, right? If it's all...
Yeah. You kind of hear it, and it starts to go down, but then it slows.
You know how to use it and you've never seen a toilet before?
I know what a plunger is.
Okay.
I got a sink.
So,
You got a sink in your shack house?
People.
so here's the thing: you whip it out, but it's slowing down. But then the other side is where the water, like in the water tank,
Yeah.
it seems like it's filling more with that kind of sludgy water.
Okay.
So when you try flushing it again, just more gross water comes into the toilet.
And this ain't so great.
So you were able to clear out your feces to like let it flush again, but now the plunger is filled with this gross mud color or covered in this gross mud water.
I leave it there.
Yeah.
I look
I
at
think
the
we're all
top-
like, let's get out of
Let's get out of the
Let's get
bathroom
out of
now.
We have wrecked this bathroom. We have in every single way. I take my pants off because I shat them.
And
I put a
also,
towel on. Oh.
So sorry. As soon as you started shitting, Silvis politely went outside.
Oh,
so
sorry,
he
Silvis.
doesn't know this all happened.
Sorry, Silvis.
Can I just look at the top of the tank just in case there's anything interesting up there?
Sure.
Is there anything interesting up there? 16.
Nothing interesting up there. So You're done in.
Yes,
Yeah.
the bathroom's
Well, I take one towel and I wrap it around my head. And I,
That was the
like,
same
throw
towel
it
I
up
used.
there. Damn. I'm like, yeah, all right, let's get out of here.
And thus,
shit
the
coming
mystery of the plunger has been solved. Because the plumbing in a haunted house, not great.
Good.
Bad.
So that's that room. There's one room left, and there's the attic
Yep.
on this floor. One.
What do you all want to check?
Let's go in this room.
Room.
Right?
So who's trying the door? I assume.
I'm doing it. I'm opening the
Strong
door.
It's locked.
Oh, good. I'm gonna knock it down. I'm gonna use my good foot.
So you're balancing on your sprained foot.
Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna balance 3 beats, jump, and then kick. with
Can
my
I
left.
hold him up?
Okay, so you're gonna
So
have
he can
disadvantage
kick?
on this roll.
Well, do I have a good arm? I have a good arm, right?
One.
Your arms.
The other one has
Okay,
big
I
space.
No,
guess.
punch the non-splinter arm, my left.
Oh, you can punch with your left arm. That's fine. You have disadvantage because you're hopping on a sprained ankle.
All right.
Can I hold him up though so he can kick with his good leg?
That's nice.
I'm tall.
It's still gonna be disadvantage because this is getting ridiculous.
Okay. Well, I can't take an axe to it. Would that be better?
You could try hitting with an axe.
I'll hit it
yeah.
with an axe. Yeah. 4 plus 9. Ooh.
So that's a 13. You hit it and it lodges in the door with like a thunk, but it's like it doesn't break the door down or anything. And you do hear though all of a sudden kind of a similar voice just go, "Hello."
Similar to
Roderick.
And I go up and I go, "Excuse me, were you humming before?"
Oh, I love to hum.
Ugh, God, I do not like this.
I go, "What's your name?"
Oh, hell no. It's
There are
Madeline.
pretty girls in there. Now we gotta do 2 things. We gotta banish her and we gotta ruin the altar. That's what I heard.
All right.
I don't know what order we're supposed to do those 2 things. I'm guessing the altar's up above us.
Great, let's do that first because I feel like she's the big boss. We gotta do the right.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
Hey,
we just
is
take
the-
a peek up there.
Is the altar in the attic?
We don't know that.
You don't know that?
I'm asking Madeline. I'm asking Madeline.
You're asking through the door?
Yeah.
What do you want with the altar?
Nothing.
How do you know of
Hey,
the
say to
altar?
say to pray.
How do
To
you
pray.
know?
I want to pray.
How
I want
do
to
you
pray.
know?
Did you fuck your
How
brother?
do
Hey,
What?
did you fuck your brother? I saw the notes. We'll be back for you, Madeline. No, we won't. No, we won't. Hey, Madeline, I'm sorry. We wrecked your bathroom. We're so sorry. I'm upset. I'm upset.
So
Messed it up. I said too much.
she is not responding now.
Okay.
Okay, I think we hightail it up to the
I think we
attic.
at least look it up in that.
Yeah,
attic.
let's
Yeah,
go to the
we
attic,
go to that.
'cause-
Where I've said I wanted
We're
to
gonna
be
look at that
since
attic.
day one.
Okay.
This
You
is
pull the attic
cool.
down.
Yeah.
So the stairs are down. You can just walk up.
Great.
Okay.
And there are windows up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone has to help me. I'm dragging with one arm.
There are windows up there.
Does it smell like sex?
Yeah, it smells like sex.
No. However, as you go up, it smells
Sounds like-
coppery.
Like blood sex.
Blood.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Oh, gross.
You went immediately to blood sex.
Yeah, while we were on there.
We
We
don't
know
know.
one thing that happens in this
Yeah,
attic.
yeah.
It smells coppery, and as you get up, who goes up first?
I think, or you go.
You might
I'm,
still.
I'm up.
I think I'm strong, but I'm stronger. He's
Okay,
like he's
great.
he's
Yeah,
it's
I'm all over
disadvantage.
the
I'll go
place.
first.
You go first.
Fancy goes
Okay. So you get up, and everybody else is going. But you're the first to see as soon as you go in. This attic is all just one big room. It's just an attic, and it kind of goes like to match the rest of the house, which you guys haven't seen. So I guess this doesn't really matter. But it kind of goes like like a Tetris piece. But it's pretty open, so you can kind of see from one corner to the other in a straight line. And further away from where the hatch opens up, there is a big stone slab, and there seems to be a circle drawn on the floor in front of it.
Yeah.
And there's 2 figures standing there facing away from you. The other thing you notice is, so you come up, and to the left of as you come up, there's sort of like some cracks in the wood and some almost like some light shining through
In the wall or in the floor?
in the floor.
Okay. And would that be? That seems to be over the room where Madeline is,
Yes.
probably, right? Great.
And
And are the figures? Do they look alive at all?
Do they look like big orderlies?
No.
do a perception check if you're trying to tell something like
Natural
that.
20.
Natural 20. You can tell as you like look at them closer. You can tell. Oh, they seem to be like wearing some sort of like white uniform.
Okay.
Right.
And on a natural 20, I'll tell you two other things you notice. One, you notice that. Sorry, I'm just checking this. One, you notice that neither of them have hands.
Oh, we took their. Oh, they're gonna be pissed.
That means
Two.
there's someone else somewhere.
Maybe Madeline.
Two, you notice in the altar, it almost looks like there's something, a silver handle embedded in the center of the altar.
Okay.
And yeah.
I grab them real quick and I go, hey, listen. Let's just go down real quiet for 1 second. Take a short rest if we can.
Okay.
Get to 100%.
Yes.
Come up and kill those filthy orderlies.
We don't know if they're filthy. They could have nice families. They could. Okay, but yeah, all right.
No, by nature they are.
Okay, you two.
Um,
It's hard to be around you two, by the way, with all your views.
So you are trying to go back down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to roll a stealth check. These guys seem like they're not facing you,
they're
and
like
they're kind of like,
transfixed.
yeah, they're like just standing there. They're not moving or anything. They're not even swaying.
Okay.
So we go down and just basically heal up. So we're.
Yeah, can we go to the guest room maybe and just chill out for a second?
It's like 5 minutes, so like if you want to go to the guest room, sure.
Great.
Okay.
Like you want to take like just like
So I'm
catch
spending
your breath, basically.
I'm spending my hit die then.
Okay, go ahead.
Is that what we're doing?
So while they're resting in the guest room to deal
you're
with
a
that,
10,
I'll just give
I'm
you a
an
quick
8.
recap.
So you can use that one.
If
or
you're
that one.
joining us, these guys got hired on as temp
great.
adventurers by a contractor named Silvis Vialia,
Up to 12 again.
I'm up to 12.
I'm
who
up to 10.
is hiring them because he needs to get rid of a curse on this house that only appears once every 100 years because he needs to do renovations on it for the owner of the plot of land. And they've gone through this house. They've discovered a ghost or a specter of something of a brother of one of the previous occupants in the basement who claims to be anchoring the house somehow. And they talked to someone. You found out it was Madeline.
It was Madeline.
Through a locked door. Now they went up to the attic and found a altar.
So I got a plan. You guys follow my lead? Okay, great. So we're going to creep back up there.
Okay.
Okay, so we go back up and they're still there?
They are still there.
Okay. I cast Minor Illusion to about 10 feet behind them, put like a really pretty present with a tag that says 2 orderlies. And I go, hey!
They don't react.
Wait, is it spelled
Okay.
TWO?
TWO, 2 orderlies, yes.
They don't react
Can
to
I-
the shout or it's to anything.
Can I get up there? I want to sneak up there and do thunder wave on them. So I'm not thunderclap, but thunder wave. So it's-
And I, from the back of the room, ready Firebolt if one of them attacks her. I will
Yeah.
cast Firebolt.
So Thunder Wave, yeah, not Thunder
Am I
Wave.
up there
Not
yet?
thunderclap.
Am I up
Are
there
you
yet?
guys all up there? Or are you all going?
I'm up there behind.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't
I-
have any of this stuff.
but I don't want them within 15 feet of me.
Oh,
Just
we're
so I'm still down
yeah,
then.
yeah. Just so I will not. I just don't want to harm them with thunder wave because thunder wave is 15 feet, whereas thunderclap is 5 feet.
I see.
So can I go up to the top of the stairs maybe and do it like step into the room and just go boom?
Well, if we're up there and
Well,
we're
they're
all the way
kind of-
back
Oh,
against
okay.
the
Yeah,
wall,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can get closer to the guys.
You'd have to approach them to get close enough to do Thunder Wave.
Okay, then I'll do that.
And you could, to get close enough to them to use Thunder Wave, if you guys hang back, you'll be out of the
Great.
area of effect.
Excellent. Then I'm gonna do that.
So as you're walking up, once you get past about 20 feet closer to them, they start turning towards you.
Okay, dope. That's fine.
And while she's creeping, I just want to have eyes on that handle and see if I can, from that distance, see anything distinct about the altar.
Okay. Roll another perception check, because it's kind of far. And it's not a big thing.
3.
So part of the reason you can't see anything is because it's very small. It's like, if you imagine a pen, it's like a little thicker
Okay.
than that. and maybe even a little thinner.
Great.
And it's just like jammed in straight up. So you're approaching, and they turn, and the orderlies, because it looks like that's what their white uniforms look like, turn, and not only do they not have hands, where the hands should be, blood is dropping from them and dropping in the circle. And you turn, and they don't have faces. They just don't have faces. It's not bloody. It's just blank.
Blank. Great. And I say, hey, you guys look like you could use some entertainment. Are you fans of live theater?
And we're like, again, just do it.
They say nothing. And so then I say, well, I know how to get a crowd started. And I start clapping, and then I use Thunder Wave.
Okay. So they each have to make a Constitution saving throw. 1 sec.
And anything else that's in there that maybe I don't see.
And your save for spells is 12? All right. So the first one... Okay, so both of them, like, the wave hits them, and it almost seems... It does hit them. It doesn't just, like, dissipate, but, like, they're so still that they don't even move back.
So they're just like little stone people?
They just seem very, like, rooted. I'll say this. They rolled well. Like, you don't read too much into it.
Oh, okay.
But they don't move or take any damage from it.
Okay.
But when you do that and the circle gets broken by that force of wave, all of a sudden there's, like, a glowing behind the altar. And it seems like almost something's rising from behind it.
Something behind the
Guys,
altar.
something's rising from behind the
and it's
altar.
like not super fast, but it's like it's
Seeping?
floating up.
Okay.
And actually, you know what? The altar is a slab, so you can see between the things. I'll tell you, it looks like a head is coming up through the floorboards,
Okay.
and it's up enough now that it like looks like maybe longer hair.
Okay.
Madeline.
Okay,
It's
Madeline.
Madeline. It's goddamn Madeline.
Great.
I go, I shit in your house.
So that was that. What do you got? They haven't done anything yet. What do you want to do?
How far away from me are they?
She walked that far, so they're probably about 30 feet because you were hanging back because she wanted to use Thunderwave.
Did Thunderwave disturb the circle?
No, it's
Just like
not.
we saw
It's
it
not
roll
like
through?
it's not like powder or anything. It's like painted on.
Okay.
I want to throw fire at the circle and see if I can like scorch whatever the design is and burn it and
Okay.
fuck it up. I don't know what that would be. That'd be because I can. Do
You can use
Firebolt.
Firebolt. for that.
18.
Oh yeah. So you hit the wood floor, and you definitely scorch it. It doesn't. We'll say it doesn't catch fire just because it's expansive wood, but it definitely scorches and breaks the circle. And let me just check something. The altar shakes a little, and Madeline, who's floating up, and now her head is fully up, kind of like screeches a little. It's like a unhuman sort of, not like just a yell. And the orderlies start shuffling towards you.
Now we got ourselves a party.
And can I dole out my bardic inspiration even though we're not in a fight right now? Can I use that as an action, or do I have to wait?
Oh,
until
you're in a
we're-
fight.
Oh well, I mean we're just starting now.
Listen, I know he called it a party, but it's a fight.
But I know just because we're not,
Bardic. No, you have to use your action to.
I have to use
inspire.
it as an action. Okay.
So, Josh, it'll be your turn now.
How close am I?
You were also hanging back, so you'd have to.
But is there an
approach.
orderly that's closer to me coming?
They just started moving, so they're still basically in the circle.
Okay. I'm going to try to hit one with my battle axe.
Okay, you'd have to run up, so you have to use all of your action to run up to them. Or sorry, not all of your movement. You could still try and swing, but like
Right.
you can't move or anything after that.
What do I do then?
You can still
You
do
can do
it.
it, yeah.
I'll do it. Shit. 3, 8. Right?
Hit.
Ah,
That actually does. The orderlies, they're big, they're tough. They're moving real slow, and that your axe connects.
Okay. Right.
So roll your damage.
It's this one, right? No, this one, right? 3?
No.
No. Which one?
It is the 1d8. So it's this diamond
6.
plus 3.
9.
9?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So that's your turn?
Yeah.
All right, so now the orderlies who are looking at you, they both focus on you because you came up and
hey.
you're the closest to them. And they both, like, they can't really make sounds much, but it's almost like you hear a moan almost as if, like, they don't have a face, but if you imagine, like, they did have a mouth and a layer of skin was over it, like that's sort of a...
Yeah.
like a low rumbling.
Like an orderly.
And I'm like, where's Silva? Silva, don't die. I don't.
The first one swings his handless club arms at you, and you just barely misses. You, the other one swings his club arms and does like just slam the side of your head.
Okay.
And does 2
Repeatedly.
damage.
The sliver was much worse.
The sliver's the worst thing I've encountered.
Oh, that's right. We'll say you were okay with how you're holding the battle axe that time, but you might have. Remember, you might have disadvantage sometimes.
Oh, right.
That sliver.
Well.
You never tried to take it.
I'm going all in right now. I'm gonna.
And then for lack of a better term, ghost of Madeline is rising up, and she's not quite all the way up on this floor, so she seems to be floating up, and so she just like looks at you and says like, "Get away from the altar. The house wants to come and go as it pleases."
Listen here, freaky lady. I'm about to tear you up, okay?
And she just sneers at you.
Yeah, of course.
And continues rising. But she doesn't do anything else this turn. So back to you.
Great. I just really want to see what happens if I do this, so I'm just gonna do it. Does that silver handle on the altar? Does it look attached to the altar?
Looks like someone took something with a silver handle. You're not quite sure what, and went.
And put it in there. I'm gonna use my mage hand and try to grab the silver
Okay.
element of it.
Sure. You can try that.
Cool. Do I need to roll anything or do anything?
Roll an Arcana check.
Okay. And is that wisdom or charisma? I don't know which one.
Arcana would be intelligence.
Intelligence. Great. 18.
18. So your mage hand gets close and tries to grasp it. But it's like if there was an invisible tube around it, and it can only get that close.
Interesting.
Like it can't seem to touch it. You don't know why exactly. You think maybe it just is like enchanted in a way where like that sort of a spell wouldn't interact with it. But obviously the object is magical in some fashion.
It has a little force field.
So, and I'm watching all that. Can I tell? Does that force field look like it's rejecting the magic, or that it would exist around anything? Can I tell from where I am?
Roll
make sense?
an Arcana check also.
18.
18. Yeah, you're both pretty sure that has to do with just the magic interacting with it.
And how far away am I from the from it? Because I'm like 30 feet from the.
You didn't move up, so you're about 35 feet away from it.
Okay. Then I charge forward and I run 30 feet. And when I hit 30 feet, I cast Magic Missile. And I send, let's say, all 3 of the darts at the one that he already hit. And then the wind picks me up and carries me to the altar.
Great. Do you land on top of the altar?
Yeah, I land on top of the altar and I try to grab the thing. So I sprint, do that.
Let's do this one at a time.
Yeah.
First, you cast Magic Missile.
Right.
And you don't even have a roll for that. You
Just roll damage, yeah. So he takes 3, 6, 8 force damage.
8 force damage?
Yeah,
So it first one knocks him back, next one knocks him back. The last one hits his faceless head and just like knocks it clean off.
Nice.
And he like
Nice.
thumps down.
I want to stress how
I'm all
awesome
like,
this looks.
yeah.
So I run forward, go, bum, 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 bum,
And then just fly
over the other one. Let's say I somersault, land on the thing.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, this is the guy that just took a shit in the bathroom. This is cool as hell.
Madeline's like right there with you.
Yeah.
She's like almost out of the floor.
yeah. And I'm like looking her in the eyes when I go to grab the thing.
And she kind of sneers. And I'll say this. That was so much movement and so much action. I feel like you land, it's going to have to be till the next turn before you can like reach down and grab that. Okay? Because that was a lot of movement at once. And you're catching your balance from landing. So, Josh?
One of the other, so I'm gonna focus because the other guy's coming at me, right? The other,
The other orderly was still like coming at you.
And I'm like, all right, let's end it. So I'm gonna battle axe.
So first, let's roll to see if that splinter hurts.
Of course it does.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it
like,
took-
so you have disadvantage on this attack roll.
Damn it. 19.
So roll
You
again,
roll it again.
and use the lower number.
Oh, that
Gonna be a
sucks.
2.
11. Plus
11 plus
5.
16.
Great, you still hit.
Yeah, good.
Roll your damage.
8.
Ooh.
8.
Plus 3.
11.
11.
Oh, wait. You're only holding that axe, right?
Yes.
So then plus 2 additional damage. So that's 13 damage.
13.
That
We've been underdoing your damage.
that really slams him hard.
Good.
And it like you take off one of those handless arms.
Yeah.
So just a tube of flesh falls with nothing on either side of it. He's not going down. He's still like just moaning, and he doesn't even like moan like it hurt. It just seems like a very undead, brainless, like, and he's still coming after you.
Okay. Well, that's my turn, though, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And so he takes a swing at you with his dead arm, and he's so off balance. He just swipes. Madeline now is up, and she's looking you straight in the eye.
I'm afraid of you. Creepy ass girl.
And she says, "You look like my brother."
Oh, no.
And
Well, or
leans
yeah.
in to try and kiss you.
Oh, it is true. And I'm all like, it's true.
But when trying to kiss you, it's almost like you feel like starting like draining, and
Into it, though.
Yeah, he's putting. That's the way I want to die.
It's worth giving something up for you.
it's like she's trying to like pull something essential from you, but you're too strong-willed and you aren't able to.
I don't think so.
The plunger.
I'm ready to. I just took a big old shit. I'm ready to fight, ghost girl.
It's your turn.
Great. There's so many things I want to do. So what I want to do is I guess like throw my long sword into the orderly that's like you know what I mean, still there. So do that. I want to do something afterward if I can, but
All
we'll
right,
see
do
what
this
happens.
first.
Great.
So you're attacking him.
So that is is that 14? No, excuse me, 16.
That'll hit.
Great.
Do your damage.
And so 7.
You drive it through, and he twitches a bunch with only one arm, and then he just slides down the sword.
Awesome. So while I'm doing I go like that, and then I pull out the doll and say, "Looking for this?" Cool.
And she kind of like she doesn't immediately look at you because she's focused on.
She wants a smooch.
Yeah. Alex, it's your turn.
So I want to grab the handle.
Ignoring her totally.
Would grabbing the handle, is that full action or what's that going to be?
We'll say it's part of your movement. You duck down to get down to grab it.
Okay, then
what are you doing?
So I want to pull on it and
Okay.
see, does it look? Is it hinged or is it something like I would pull up on, or how is it?
Now that you're close to it and can feel it, feels like something like a fork or a spoon handle.
Goddamn knife. Goddamn another knife in the block. That was all a test for this moment. First thing I do is, okay, so if that's part of it, then I reach down and I try to pull it up and out.
You're able to pull it out.
Great.
And all of a sudden, she starts shrieking. And she starts glowing really bright.
Great.
And she like is still coming at you, but it seems like almost like she's getting, her visage is getting older as you
Ooh,
see.
yeah.
Imagine like if you were kind of like, you remember in Indiana Jones when
Last
like,
Crusade.
they get older, sort of like that's happening.
Okay.
But she's still coming at you right
Still
now.
coming.
And like the altar, as soon as you take that out, cracks. And I'll let you do a dexterity check, but it's like cracking in the middle, so you're losing your footing.
Great. 16.
16? Yeah, you're able to hop off.
Okay.
Do you want to go back or towards her?
How far away is she from me? Are we like next to each other in terms
less
of...
than 10 feet.
Less than
Or
10
less
feet.
than 5 feet.
I hop back, and then first of all, what does this look like that I'm holding? Is it a spoon?
It's a spoon.
Okay, I'm holding a spoon. Great. And then as I hop back, I throw fire at her.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make your roll.
17
That will hit.
for 7 fire damage.
And
And it's
great.
right in the kisser.
Hot kiss.
Yes.
So that seems like it's burning. Even so, though she's a specter, imagine like her kind of glowing appearance. It's like it's being affected by the fire, and it's like skin is slowing off her face, like in chunks.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as it falls off her face, it's like it dissipates.
Okay.
And
So she's looking pretty bad. And Josh, your turn.
Yeah. And the whole time I kept that hand in my pocket, and I go, and I raise it, and I go, "This ends here." And I take-
I'm sorry. I somehow completely forgot this. God, I feel so bad. This is a small thing. It wouldn't have really mattered. But you should have noticed when she was coming up, as soon as she came up enough, she also has no hands.
great.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
So I'm
Just so
like,
you know.
oh, I'm like, this is one of yours. This ends now, and I take my battle axe. I do 15 plus. Why do I
What
know?
are you trying to do?
I'm trying to hit her.
Trying to hit her.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're rolling against her.
Yeah, so
you run up
20.
your turn. 20. Yeah, that hits.
And then, because there's no other.
So then it's plus
So
5.
it's
So it's
9.
9. Yeah. So your axe, with that fireball and then the axe, like she's already like burning, and pieces are coming. Spectral pieces are coming out of her. Axe cleaves from like here down
Yeah,
the
that's what I
side,
wanted.
and she just like dematerializes.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, a screen and like a bright flash of light.
Now we're gonna ourselves a party.
And I play a piano.
Like when your eyes clear, she's gone. The orderlies are gone.
Okay.
And even the altar's there, but it just seems like you can't put your finger on it, but that sort of magical thing where it just seems drained of, doesn't look as impressive.
Right.
Like it just looks like a
Lost
piece of
its
stone.
luster.
Yeah.
Let's use that book to stick her spirit in this doll, to like banish it from the house.
Do you plunge it in? Can you use the plunger? Plunge
Is
it
she
into the doll?
banished? We don't know. Can we like put her spirit in the doll?
I don't know where a spirit is. I don't know where my spirit's in the doll. I don't know why everyone turned to me.
I'm like, you have the
Never
book.
indicated I would know how to do something like that.
But you have the book.
I think it's a cooking book.
Is she banished? Do we feel like she has been banished?
I want
I'll tell
to
you-
flip through that book and see if the spoon that I'm holding is in there. Mm-hmm. So I do that.
Yeah. We'll just say you. So there's an index.
I look up spoons. And I was like, oh Christ, there's so many.
There's a whole section. There's pictures though, so you're looking through, and you notice there is kind of like a distinctive pattern on the handle, and you find one that matches that.
Hey, found that spoon in this book. Just killed the ghost. I instantly started looking at spoons in a book.
I was
And-
looking about that stew again, and it continued.
Yeah, I'll eat that stew with this
and
spoon.
the spoon that you find is a spoon of displacement, which is apparently a thing.
Yeah.
And it seems like normally it's a spoon that was used for children to get rid of food they didn't want to eat. Like it was like kind of almost a prank thing.
yeah.
Oh shit, guys.
Yeah.
There's a real funny prank we get out of this house. Fucking Gary's gonna love it.
But it was like you could like spoon something up and like, I'm eating it, and then it displaces
no, that's
it.
right up Gary's alley.
Gary's gonna love this.
And in discussing it, though, it talks about how that spell can sometimes be like, for lack of a better term, hacked to like you could empower it or do other things. It's like, and so you're able to go ahead and roll in an Arcana check.
6.
6. That sounds familiar, but you're not really sure what that has to do with this.
Can I do one and then think that maybe
Sure.
the spoon was acting as like the house was acting as a
Roll your
proxy for the
Arcana check.
food? Okay.
That's you rolled a D.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, roll
no,
your
no,
D20.
I rolled this.
Oh, okay.
It was a 9. No, it just moved. It looked like I rolled the other one. Yeah, 9.
You're also unsure of what this displacement spoon could possibly have with this
But it
disappearing
moves
and
the
reappearing
house.
house.
It moves the house.
Oh, take a look. Sad.
We found the prank spoon. I don't know why we're making a big deal. We found the prank spoon. The ghost went away for no reason.
Sylvis kind of climbs up and is like, well, that was banishment, if I say so.
Oh,
I had
It
this
looks
spoon
like
behind my
that.
back.
Okay. That was quite impressive, ghost hunters. What are you doing with your hat there?
Adjusting it.
Okay. Well, I think that we probably got this taken care of now.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, do you feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, I just been walking through and like all those hands disappeared. The one that got outside, just ran outside and was talking to Gary, and he said they found it. We're gonna put it in the stew, and it disappeared.
Good.
I think that stew needs a hand.
Hey, come on, guys! And I start excitedly running out of the house because I'm so excited to prank Gary.
Yeah, and as you go, it's like, it's as if the house doesn't feel as oppressive anymore. It feels more like a normal old house.
So I go down the stairs from the attic, and I see the door we didn't go in. I was like, kind of curious, but I got some business to attend to.
You went all the doors.
No, we didn't go in hers.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
didn't
right.
run Madeline's.
That's true. You didn't. That's right, because she rose up.
Yeah.
You go down. The basement. The door is open, but that's all that's different.
Okay, I'll run down there and I'll talk to Roderick if he's in there.
As you go down, you can see the wall that you had chipped away from and put the boxes on. Boxes are knocked down, and it's like, it's not an explosion like fire or like charring, but it looks like all the bricks got blown outward. And there's just like a skeleton,
Okay.
and it's like if someone like had taken a brick wall down, dug into the earth a bit to make like a very shallow opening, and then bricked in front of that, and there's just a skeleton there.
Okay.
Right.
Then maybe I try and kick in her door to see what's in her room before I prank Gary.
Strength check. It's still locked.
Solid 10.
It shakes a little, but you don't get through.
I'll break the door down.
Dead.
15 plus strength, right? 18.
Great. You get it, and it looks like a very Miss Havisham style, like cobwebs and like old dresses, and there's a writing desk with a mirror in front of it with a big stack of books.
I put on one of the dresses, and then I go over to the desk and inspect it. 15 plus, what is it?
Intelligence. So -1.
14.
So there's a bunch of like kind of similar books to what you had been finding in the bookshelf downstairs, like just various magical tombs, reference materials. One is talking about like affecting spells for other uses and how it works for you.
So not really much there. I take that letter from her brother and I kiss it and I go, now you two fucking freaks can be together, and I leave it there on her desk.
And I am out the door. I go downstairs. And I start going, Gary, you want to try the first bite of stew?
And he looks up at you, says like, yeah, I mean, it's about 4.
Yeah.
What was the last thing we had to do?
You have to put in something alive so you can taste its fear.
Okay, so like that was 2 hours ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we put in a little iguana we found.
That's crazy. You found an iguana in this climate that was definitely a pet, but that's okay. It should still work.
I think it was an iguana. Maybe it was a salamander or something. I don't know.
Was it living in water?
Huh?
Was it living in water?
No, it was running around on the ground.
Yeah, that was not a salamander. Hey, listen. Here's a spoon.
Okay,
Eat
we
some
got
of-
spoons.
No. Eat some of the stew.
Roll a persuasion check.
15.
Okay. He says, all right, I'll take your fancy spoon. He takes it. It's like, he's kind of eyeing you like, is this something I should know about?
Yeah, this is gonna be real good.
All right.
Tell you
Takes a
what,
bite.
that's the best dinner stew there. All the bite, everyone come to my shack for stew.
And he takes a bite and he's like, tastes like nothing.
Because it was nothing. That's a ghost spoon that a little creepy girl was using to teleport a house in and out of this plane. You fucking idiot! Pranks on you!
He drops the spoon.
Grab it back. Put it in the bag.
So that's it. It's about 4. If you guys want to get your payment, you do have to get back to Tavlin's by 5.
Okay.
I use a real spoon to eat some of the stews. Like, "Ugh, not very good.
So Silvis comes back out and says, like, well, thank you very much. If your payment's been left with Tavlin. If you guys want to get back there, left a little bit of something extra for you guys for all your help. You'll be able to read about this renovation and your small ghost banishing part and all the glorious things we're gonna do. We're gonna do some good stuff with those cabinets. We're gonna get some of that.
I just start walking away.
It's gonna be real good.
I walk up to him. I'm still wearing the dress, and I go,
What's happening here?
I don't know what happened here today, but you're a special man. And I kiss him on the face, and then I walk away.
Silvis is surprised.
And I was like, don't put that in your magazine. And then I walk away.
And as I'm walking away, I go, fucked up your bathroom.
It's the Dukes.
And I look to Silvis and I say, did anything get into that article about live theater?
The magazine's called Home and Dungeon.
Can't you just do a blurb?
I'll see what I can do.
Make it bold, please.
Roll a persuasion check.
Is that
Plus
yeah.
charisma?
Yeah, 10.
10. It will not be bold. If it's
Italicized?
No, you already tried. For any font modifications. That's what that roll was
Wait,
for.
I can persuade. Oh, wait, I got one more thing. I'm going to go.
You already walked
Man.
If you guys want to get back to Tavlin's, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going.
So you guys head back.
Yeah.
So you walk there. It's it took like 45 minutes. So it's getting like 4:45 by the time you get back. You want to just head back in?
I'm gonna, since I didn't use my second spell, I'm gonna use disguise self to look exactly like Betsy as I go in.
You walk in. Betsy is gone for the day, so there's no one at that desk.
I sit at her desk.
But Tavlin's out in front, and he's like getting ready to lock stuff up, and he kind of looks and says like, welcome back. Betsy, why are you back with these adventurers?
And I giggle.
Does that change your voice at all? I don't think it does.
Probably not. I think it's just appearance. But if you touched
Yeah.
me anywhere I normally would be.
Right.
Yeah.
So he kind of just goes like, are you that other adventurer?
And I giggle again.
Okay.
She has a name.
All right. Fancy.
And then I let go and I say, fancy.
Finally, get some live theater the whole time. Just been doing theater.
I mean, it seems more like a spell than actual performance, but...
I use my mage.
Well, adventurers, I see from the magically imbued contract that's glowing that you've completed the contract. Huzzah! And it looks like, and he takes out his folder and starts going through stuff, and it looks like based on what you've done, all right, you get 10 gold and clear the cord, destroy the... He's like tallying things up. This looks like you get a total of 16 gold. 1 gold is that because the audience voted to give you a bonus of 1 gold. So you each get 16 gold.
Okay.
And Ambrose, looks like the contractor was very pleased with you, and he sent along a little bit of extra loot for you. And he hands you a saw,
Okay.
and it's a steel saw.
And I just start playing it.
Bending it.
Now we got ourselves a party.
There's a note that says from Silva saying, "Hope this helps with any projects you have. This is magically enchanted because you were asking if we had any magically enchanted items, and we don't need it because we're so skilled. This will let you cut through any building material a saw could normally cut through, but in half the time."
Nice. Hang on. If I need to make a different hole in the floor of my shack, this is gonna make that
It's gonna be very quick.
from a 10-minute job to a 5-minute job.
I take that note and I smell it and I go, oh, I miss that little man. And I put it in my dress.
Taller than you.
Yeah, well.
So that's it, guys. You completed your temporary quest.
Yay!
thanks for watching, everybody. Once again, thanks to our guests for playing with us, Marissa Strickland, Josh Brekhus, and Alex Fernie. Do you guys have anything you want to plug? Any like internet stuff, videos?
On CISO.com, check out Bajillion Dollar Properties. It's a new show. I directed a bunch of it. It's starring a bunch of great people. It's produced by Scott Aukerman and Kulap Vlasak. Paul F. Tompkins is in it. It's super fun.
Yeah, it's
And
great.
the first 2 episodes are free on CISO.com.
Yeah. Guys?
I don't know, check out Twitter in general.
What's your Twitter?
No, just Twitter.com.
Check out
Twitter. You get so much information
It's
as it
celebrating 10 years. Give it a boost.
Yeah, give it a boost.
And they're not going to expand the character count, guys. We won. We won. Josh?
You know what? Take a day off from your computer.
That's nice.
Yeah,
is.
That's
get
really
outside.
nice.
Enjoy it. Yeah, enjoy the beach or the
good.
outside.
The chat room just turned against you
Yeah, I know.
for suggesting that. No, thanks so much for watching, guys. Just so you know, we're not going to have a show next week because of some various scheduling things. But we will be back the following week, the first week of April. And if you want to vote on what the adventure is going to be...
Did already, since there's no push-up.
Oh, you already voted. The options were, so you guys know, Shadow Cast Upon Doc Ward or This Adventure is Not a Trap. Which one did we get?
Which one do you think? Out of something with not a trap in the title.
So next week we'll see the adventure suggested by Joetown17.
Joetown.
This adventure is not a trap. If you want to suggest an adventure, we normally do them at the last week of every month. You can go to a link that's in the, I think we'll put up a note link in the chat. It's also in the show information on our Twitch page. You can go there and use a Google form to submit your own job to Tavlin's Temporium. Also, we've got a YouTube archive, youtube.com/jashplay. That's got past episodes up. We're putting them up one at a time. They're kind of going up whenever now until we get caught up with the rest of this year. But yeah, if you want to watch older episodes, go up there. And that is it, I think. Guys, thanks for playing with us. It was
Thank
super
you. It's
fun.
fun.
You guys come
Having
back.
us. Yeah.
All right. See you not next week, the week after.
No.